And welcome now to the Bank of Missouri pregame show. I'm Frankie Castile. We are live here on the field, and joining me right now is the head coach of Poplar Bluff, head coach Steve Edwards. And coach, it is senior day coming up. Your Mules against New Madrid. Give me your first thoughts here. Senior day means a whole lot to a lot of people. What does senior day mean to you, coach?
Oh, it's just special. You know, these guys have been with the program 4 years, and they grind. They went through off season every year. They put it together, they believe in each other, they help build the culture that we are. I mean, so it's special in that sense. But it's a ball game, and they got to come out and play baseball, and that's the thing, because New Madrid's a good team, and we have to be ready for anything.
So coming up here today, your Mules will take on New Madrid, and at the end of the day, it is a conference ball game. Could this win or loss here affect the upcoming SEMO Conference tournament started on Friday this week?
Oh, I think it's crucial, really, because all the teams aren't getting to play each other this year, so the seedings are going to be tomorrow. So we need this win to keep where we're at. I feel like we should probably be a 3, maybe 2 at the highest, but I realistically think we should be the 3. And if things don't go well this game, we could go all the way down to a 6 maybe.
Talk about these seniors. You got 7 of them, and they mean an awful lot to you and the program. So when you walk out here coming up toward the bottom of the hour, what's going through your mind with these 7 seniors?
I just appreciate everything they've done. You know, I appreciate their parents. I appreciate everybody that's part of it. And it's rewarding, I guess you could say, by just looking in their face and knowing that, you know, it hit them. Like the seniors, whenever they get to this moment, it's like, oh my gosh, it's almost over. You know, so when you're a freshman, it's like it's going to take forever. And sophomore year and junior year, and now that you're a senior, it's like, wow, this is my last home game maybe, you know. So it's pretty tough, and, you know, but I'm proud of them, and I just want them to come out and compete and do what they're supposed to.
You know, we're going to see all 7 of these seniors in the lineup here, starting with the outfield first, Chase Taylor, who I think worked so hard for you in practice, Coach. We're going to see Logan Massey over in left field, and then the infield, your familiar faces of Brady Robertson, Cannon Carr, Axon Eisenbeis. Ty Rommel's going to DH for you. And when these 7 seniors put it together, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, they're really good when they do. And, you know, and like you said, I have to brag on Chase. Chase has done a great job. He came into that program late, and he busted his butt the whole time. He never complains about playing time. He does what he can for everybody. He just, when he sees something, he goes and gets it done. So, you know, he deserves this. This is a special moment for him because he needs to start and needs to enjoy the moment.
Obviously, a lot of things going through a lot of people's minds coming up. We're going to do a moment of silence later on. Obviously, the tragedy we suffered on Saturday, the loss is on their mind. Talk about that for a moment, Coach.
It's tough. I mean, anytime you lose a student athlete or you lose a student period or anybody in the community that you're close to, it is hard. You know, these young gentlemen, you know, they've been through a lot this year, and they're wearing it pretty hard, and their emotions are there. And, you know, these guys, you know, have been best friends with the young man and, you know, stayed the night with him. They played football together, this and that. They smile and laugh in the hallways together. And so, you know, but, you know, you kind of look for bright points to talk about and stuff. And everyone that knows me, meets me, they all know that I say Poplar Bluff's the greatest place on earth. Well, this is why. I mean, when tragic happens, we rally around each other. We love each other, and we come together and help each other. And that's what makes it so special in a tragic moment like this.
You know, I mentioned 6 seniors. What about Jacob Ballard? He has been phenomenal for you the last 4 years, and he is one great catcher for you as well.
Oh, yes, for sure. You know, we've been blessed since I've been here with catchers, and Jacob, you know, has stepped up and done a great job. I think he's probably hands down the best catcher in our conference. We don't see our whole district, but in Southeast Missouri, I think by far he's the best. He's a gritty, he's strong, he's that vocal leader. He has the eye for the game, so being behind the plate, he sees things that us coaches sometimes don't see, and he relays it to us well, and we depend on that, and that's something that we'll definitely miss whenever he's gone.
All right, Coach, go get him. Best of luck to you. We'll see you guys afterwards.
Thank you.
Coach Steve Edwards joining us live here, live on the field. It is the Bank of Missouri pregame show coming up. We're going to be meeting all 7 of our seniors, and then, of course, our first pitch coming up at the bottom of the hour. You're listening to Mules Baseball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Go Mules! The Bank of Missouri wishes the Mules a fantastic season. Live well, play well, bank well. At 130 years strong, you can count on us to support you through all the seasons of life.
The Scott Law Group, a family-owned firm providing trusted legal counsel for matters pertaining to real estate, personal injury, criminal, and family law. Call 785-4688 or online, scottlawgroupmode.com.
And we are back here live in Poplar Bluff, and let me push a button here for the radio. And we are back on the radio and on YouTube and on Facebook. So glad to have you alongside for Mules Baseball. We are moments away. Right now we're watching New Madrid. They are doing the infield, outfield, and then, of course, coming up, we're going to go down field side to our PA address announcer, Brandon Spain, and he's going to be introducing all of our 7 seniors, and, of course, some words by head coach Steve Edwards. All that is coming up as we continue here this afternoon for Mules Baseball here on a Tuesday afternoon. It is our senior day. Hard to believe that literally we are in the final stretch of Mules Baseball for this season. Where has this year gone so far? And coming up, the Mules will take on New Madrid, and then we sit and we wait until later on here this week. As soon as we get the SEMO conference brackets, we're going to make sure and pass them on to you. And hopefully our Mules, by talking to head coach Steve Edwards, he believes that our team could be a 3 seed, and that's the way that he believes it should be done. But we'll have to wait and see, and today's win or loss could play a big role in that. So the Mules want to get a big win. Yesterday, New Madrid, they were run-ruled by Notre Dame. So, of course, the Mules, they can kind of smell blood in the water, so to speak. And we have been told that Cannon Carr is going to be on a pitch count of 55 pitches. And then after that, it'll be Jakey V's turn to be on the mound. So we're going to be watching that as well as we get ready for the opening pitch coming up here in just a few moments. David Hadley tuning in on social media. Glad to have you alongside, David. I am doing fantastic. I know on Saturday, I was pretty tired on Saturday. Friday night, Tim and I had the OFC tournament. Got home after 10 o'clock, and then Saturday got up around 2:15, and then I drove all the way to Blue Springs, about 5.5 hours away, and then did the doubleheader on Saturday, and then drove home on Saturday afternoon, evening, got to my house about 9 p.m., and took Sunday pretty much off and did a whole bunch of sleeping to get ready for this work week. So a lot going on. Mules Baseball is in full effect, and we're not going to miss a game. And the good news is today, man, the clouds have really thinned out. Not a cloud in the sky. And we're going to see a great afternoon weather-wise of high school baseball. Going to be in the low 60s. And then, of course, later on this week, not looking the best. We're going to get some showers possibly on Friday and Saturday, but we'll have to wait and see how all that transpires coming up for the end of the week. So right now, if you're watching us on social media, Facebook and YouTube, you're watching New Madrid finishing up their infield, outfield, and coming up in just a moment, we are going to throw things over to the PA address announcer, and we're going to be quiet and let him take over and do his thing. A great PA address announcer, and he's going to be reading off our senior announcements. And then, of course, we will do a moment of silence coming up here in just a few moments of a tragedy that happened on Saturday, and we'll talk much more about that coming up throughout this broadcast. Right now, New Madrid is wrapping up their infield, outfield, and as soon as we get the nod from Coach Steve Edwards, we will go down to our PA address announcer, and he will introduce all of our 7 seniors, including our managers for the team. And it looks like Coach Edwards is getting ready to do that, so I think Tim is about set as well. And as soon as Coach Edwards and Coach Mathis gives us the nod, and Coach Casey Beast will go down field side for our senior announcements. With that being said, we're going to turn things over to the PA address announcer coming up, and we'll let him get ready for our senior announcements.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bobby Strenfel Field here on this beautiful afternoon in Poplar, Bluff, Missouri. Today is a special day for the Mules baseball program as we recognize our seniors. Our first senior is Jacob Baller. Jacob is escorted by Donna and Jeff Baller. Jacob has been active in baseball for 4 years and is lettered all 4 years. In addition to baseball, Jacob has also been active in football, where he was named All-Conference and All-District his junior and senior years. He also received All-Conference and All-District for baseball his junior year. Jacob plans to play college baseball as long as he can and continue in the medical field to become a wealthy man. His favorite moment has been the bus rides after a win. Give it up for Mr. Jacob Ballard. Next is Cannon Carr. Cannon is escorted by Richard and Shanna Carr. Cannon has been active in baseball for 4 years, having lettered all of those years. He received All-Conference and All-District in baseball his junior year. He has also been active in football for 4 years, lettering all 4 years, and has received All-Region in football his junior and senior years, All-Conference and All-District his senior year, and Academic All-State his junior and senior years. He has also been active in basketball his junior and senior years, where he lettered both years. He has received an academic letter all 4 years of high school, has been active in FCA in the Mule Barn all 4 years, and was also inducted into the National Honor Society his junior year. Cannon plans to play college baseball while earning a degree in finance from a 4-year university. His favorite sport moment was beating Vianney for the first time in school history. Give it up for Mr. Cannon Carr. Our next senior is Axton Eisenbeis. Axton is being escorted by Randy Eisenbeis and Shoni Hanner. Axton has been active in baseball for 4 years and has lettered 3 years. He is active in the Mule Barn for 4 years, played soccer his junior year, and was in student council his sophomore and junior years. Axton plans to attend college to get a degree in finance, but he hasn't decided where he will attend just yet. With that degree, Axton plans to become a financial advisor or work his way up in a bank. Axton's favorite sport moment was during his freshman year. Coach Edwards sent him looking for a bucket of curved balls. He was looking for them for about 20 minutes and then finally realized that that was not a thing. Mr. Axton Eisenbeis. Up next is Logan Massey. Logan is escorted by Brad and Georgia Massey. Logan has been active in baseball for 4 years and has lettered for 2 years. Logan has also been active in stucco all 4 years and has held officer positions his junior and senior years, the Mule Barn for 4 years, and held an officer position his senior year. National Honor Society his junior and senior years, Beta for 4 years, and is lettered academically all 4 years and will be graduating in the top 30 of the senior class. Logan plans to attend the University of Arkansas to study pre-med. His favorite sport moment was meeting Jamie in Kansas City and beating Jackson 8-1. Mr. Logan Massey. Next, we have Brady Robertson. Brady is being escorted by Amy and Berlin Robertson. Brady has been active in baseball for 4 years and is lettered for 4 years. He's also been active in soccer in the Mule Barn all 4 years. Brady plans to continue playing baseball while attending Three Rivers College to become a physical therapist. His favorite sport moment was upsetting Bionnie in districts his junior year. Give it up for Mr. Brady Robertson. Our next senior is Ty Rommel. Ty is being escorted by Scott and Leanne Rommel. Ty has been active in baseball for 4 years and is lettered 3 years. Ty has also been active in the Mule Barn, FBLA, Stucco, and vice president of FCCLA. Ty plans to attend Three Rivers, then transfer to the University of Arkansas to study ag business to farm. His favorite sport moment was beating Bionnie in districts last year, Mr. Ty Rommel. Chase Taylor is our next senior. He is being escorted by Stacy and Jennifer Taylor. Chase has been active in baseball for 3 years and is lettered 1 year. Chase has also been active in football, the Mule Barn, student council, and received an academic letter his junior year. Chase plans to attend Three Rivers College to major in either education or something in the health field. His later plan is to transfer to a university to complete his secondary teaching degree or to become a registered nurse. His favorite sport moment was meeting Jamie in Kansas City on their latest trip and beating Jackson 8-1 this year. Give it up for Mr. Chase Taylor. Our baseball team would also like to recognize our senior managers. Up first is Kennedy Ray. Kennedy is being escorted by Kyle and Katie Warren. She has been the manager for 2 years and has lettered 2 years. She's also been active in the Mule Barn 4 years, volleyball her freshman, sophomore, and junior years, and golf her freshman and sophomore years. Kennedy plans to attend Mizzou after graduation. Her favorite sport moment was trying to get the slime out of her hair in the Culver's bathroom, Miss Kennedy Ray. Our final senior is Natalie Whitehead. She has been escorted by Chance and Tricia Whitehead. This is Natalie's first year helping with the baseball team, and she is lettered this year. Natalie has also been active in volleyball, the Mule Barn, Stand for the Silent, and is the senior class treasurer. She plans to attend the University of Arkansas and major in marketing. Natalie's favorite sport moment was beating Jackson, Miss Natalie Whitehead. At this moment, I would like to read a poem and a few remarks that Coach Edwards has written for each one of our seniors. The poem is titled A Mule and Being All In. Life and baseball are nearly the same. The highs and lows, the balls and strikes. You live life one day at a time. You play the game one pitch at a time. The past is forgotten, the future is desired. Life is about the little things. Baseball is about the fundamentals. You stay humble, not timid. You stay confident, not arrogant. Champions are defined not by their natural talent, but by their determination, their mind, their passion, their grind. Success is a lock. Hard work is the key. Open the door of life and you will be surprised at what you see. What does it mean? All in. Coach Edwards' message to Miss Kennedy Ray. Thank you for being one of our managers this year. You have made my job a lot easier by doing a lot of extra duties for us coaches. The music, help in organizing and keeping our paperwork for the daily practice and games. Taking videos of the hitters for us coaches. I'm sure it was a little different being around all these baseball players and coaches. However, it has been simply great seeing how everyone looks at you as a teammate and not just a manager. You always find the right words of encouragement for the team when needed. A couple of memories I will take from the time with you would be the time you somehow got that green sticky stuff in your hair. That was kind of funny, I must say so. And how in the world you had the heart to let Season Good call you Ashley the past 2 years. You would figure he could remember your name after all the quality time you spent together. Thank you for everything. You will always be a part of the Poplar Bluff Mules. To Natalie Whitehead, thank you for being one of our managers this year. You have also made my job a lot easier by doing a lot of extra duties for us coaches. The music that sometimes needed to be listened to before playing, helping organize and keeping our paperwork for the daily practice and games, taking videos of hitters in the defense at work. I'm sure it was a little different being around all these baseball players and coaches. However, it has been simply great seeing how everyone looks at you as a teammate and not just a manager. You always find the right words of encouragement for the team when needed. A couple of memories I will take from this year with you would be one practice you said it did not look that hard in hitting a baseball. So you got out there in front of the whole team and took some swings. And yes, you even got a hit. But I really thought it was so cool of you being a senior to give Spain your Instagram name when he asked for it. I would like to thank your two parents for raising such an amazing young woman. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication to the program. We wish you the best in your time in college and know that you will always be successful in life. To Brady Robertson, these past 4 years have been amazing having you in the program. I remember seeing your energy for the first time on the field. I knew that nothing would keep you down. You have such a high speed, motor, and determination to be the best baseball player possible. One of the examples I will always use when speaking about you is how you are such a great student of the game. You have always wowed me on how you had a purpose to learn and become better throughout the 4 years of playing here. No one will ever test your grit or determination to play as you have shown that this season. An amazing attribute about you is that it is clear you are not doing it for yourself, but you are doing it for the team. The love of the game, the energy you have, the fight you show is clear why so many people want to be like you on the field. I am proud and honored to be called your coach. You will always be part of the Poplar Bluff Mules baseball family. To Axton Eisenbeis, these past 4 years have been interesting for sure. I remember meeting you your freshman year and how eager you were to be a Poplar Bluff Mule baseball player. As I look back on your time in the program, I've witnessed a very young person grow into an amazing young man. You're a great example to demonstrate how one fights through adversity. There's been times that have been hard and times that have been amazing. I'm extremely proud of the young man that you are today. Your fight and desire to be the best that you can be is amazing. But more than anything, the way that you have grown and interact with so many that need you in their life throughout the day stands out more than anything. Or maybe the fact that you are still looking for those curveballs. You are an amazing person that will be successful in life. I am proud and honored to be called your coach. You will always be part of the Poplar Bluff Mules baseball family. To Logan Massey, the past 4 years have flown by. I remember meeting you on a Saturday before your freshman tryouts at the field. You and your dad were hitting in the left field cage. Looking back on the time with you in the program, Logan, the word relentless comes to mind. You have this burning desire to be the best version of yourself every day. You come to off-season practice and put in extra time to be the best baseball player you can be. And over the 4 years of having the honor as coaching you, I have witnessed an amazing young man grow into a person with confidence and grit to fight for everything that you have earned. You are such a great example of a person that believes and never gives up, even if you like raw fish from a food truck before a 6-hour drive. Thank you for being such a great person on and off the field of play. I am proud and honored to be called your coach. You will always be a part of the Poplar Bluff Mules baseball family. To Jacob Ballard, your 4 years have come and gone like a blink in the eye, it seems. Watching you be the leader on the field over your time here has been a pure joy to see. Yes, there were plenty of times you do not agree with the umpires, but you always found a way to work around that and make the best of every game. Your determination to be the best you can be at this game is like no other. You put in the time before practice, during practice, and after practice. All the extra hitting and working on your game has been noticed. Your actions became contagious to others on the team. You leading by example helped nudge others to work that much harder. Thank you for embracing a role and being the vocal leader of the team as well. Even when I caught you coming off the elevator in Oklahoma with the truck lift kit. And then you found a way to get me to help you load into your dad's truck without him knowing. Sometimes when the words need to be said by a coach, it's better understood hearing it from a player. You are able to grab the attention of the team when needed and motivate them through times of need. I am proud and honored to be called your coach. You will always be a part of the Poplar Bluff Mules baseball family, even if I have to buy a pair of molded cleats for you. To Cannon Carr. Over the past 4 years, it has been an honor to see you come into the baseball program and lead from the beginning. Many times, players get overwhelmed by being placed in a leadership spot at a young age. However, you took that role and stayed determined to be the best that you could be every day. I cannot remember a time that you just did not want to be here or never gave all you had. You are a special student athlete that has the will and determination to be the example for others to follow. This is also not just on the field of play, but in the classroom as well. The standards that you have set for yourself are remarkable. Please never change that quality that has been instilled in you for anyone, and it's rare and special to see. Your toughness and never quit attitude will never be challenged after getting hit in the face with a pitch and then staying in the game. I am proud to be called your coach. You will always be part of the Poplar Bluff Mules baseball family. To Chase Taylor. The past 3 years you have been a part of the Mules baseball program. You have such a great attitude and desire to become a good baseball player. You have come to baseball and worked hard every day. You have made baseball a lot better having you around. You're an amazing teammate that always has the back of your team. You can always be counted on to do anything at any time. It is so awesome how unselfish you are and how you always put others in front of yourself. I remember one time I was mowing the ball field and I happened to turn around and there you were practicing your sliding into second base. I thought, wow, that is amazing dedication. Anything to get a chance to play. I am proud to be called your coach. You will always be a part of the Poplar Bluff Mules baseball family. To Ty Rommel. The past 4 years have gone by so fast, and now we are here, now reflecting on how far you have come. When I think of all the injuries and adversity you had to overcome, it is simply amazing where we are today. You have shown so many people how much drive and heart you have. You have never once given up, and you always push to get where you can play. The determination you have to be there for your teammates is unlike anyone else. I remember the first time seeing you on the baseball field. You had those PF Flyers on, and you were so ready to make an impact on the team. Well, Ty, you did. I am proud to be called your coach. You will always be a part of the Poplar Bluff Mules baseball family. Thank you, 9, for being what we call all in. Love, Coach Edwards. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and give a round of applause for your student seniors.
All right, that is our seniors here this afternoon. So once again, we appreciate all of our seniors year in and year out, and today's group is no different. Such a remarkable young group of men. And of course, here this afternoon, coming up here in just a few moments, it will be Poplar Bluff and New Madrid. That is coming up. We'll take a quick timeout and we'll come back and we'll play ball. It is the Mules. It is the Eagles out of New Madrid County, and it is coming up here in just a few moments. So don't go anywhere. We've got Mules baseball coming up here in just a few moments. It is the Mules. It is the Eagles still to come. You're listening to Mules Baseball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we are back here live in Poplar Bluff, and so glad to have you alongside for Mules baseball coming up. And of course, not only is it senior day coming up for Poplar Bluff, but also it is another day where we're going to be talking about coming up. We're going to have our starting lineups in just a few moments. Matter of fact, Coach Steve Edwards is giving us the thumbs up. So once again, let's go down field side for our starting lineups.
It's time for your starting lineups. Up first for the visiting team, the New Madrid County.
So we're going to be doing the starting lineups here for New Madrid first off, and of course we'll have those starting lineups coming up as soon as we get ready for the opening pitch here in just a few moments. Jace Robinson is being introduced. Also, there is Clay Cope.
Batting fourth, number 20, your DH, Aiden McCann. Batting fifth, number 4, playing center field, Ken King. Batting sixth, number 10, playing third base, Carson Pfeffer. Batting seventh, number 12, and your right fielder.
So Carson Pfeffer, the junior, going to bat sixth here this afternoon. Now, while we're introducing the Mules starting lineups here, I will tell you ahead of time that we are going to be doing a moment of silence here coming up directly following our starting lineups. Saturday afternoon, we got the call about 3:30 on Saturday afternoon. Tragedy struck Poplar Bluff High School, losing one of our very own. And this young man was well known to the community. Not only was he a great track star, also a great football player. More than that, he meant so much to a lot of people. Today's game, at least in my mind, and of course Coach Edwards agreed, we put this on the video feed. Today's game is in memory of Joshua Lane Russell Savat, coming up as soon as they finish up their starting lineups here for Poplar Bluff. We are going to have a moment of silence, followed by the national anthem, and then we will have first pitch coming up here in just a few moments. We're going to go down field side for our moment of silence and our national anthem.
Tyler Mathis and Casey Bates. At this time, we would like to take a pause for a moment of silence, as Poplar Bluff has been dealing with a tragic accident over the past weekend that took the life of one of our Poplar Bluff High School students. Thank you. Would everyone please remain standing?
And if you're tuning in on Facebook and social media, you won't hear the national anthem, but we'll come back following the national anthem. There is our national anthem, and now you heard it. It is time to play ball here in Poplar Bluff. And, of course, we are going to be talking so much about this young man that we lost on Saturday, as today is also about him and our seniors. And like I said, I've known this young man for a very long time, and today's broadcast is very difficult, but we're going to do it in his honor and our seniors. And now let's go ahead and talk about the starting lineup for the Eagles out of New Madrid. Leading things off, it is the pitcher, number 3, Jace Robinson. Batting second at shortstop, number 15, Matt Riley. Batting third at second base, Number 11, Clay Cope, batting cleanup. He is the DH man. Number 20, Aiden McCandless, batting fifth at center field. At number 4, Ken King, batting sixth at third baseman. Number 10, Carson Pfeffer, batting seventh at right field. At number 12, Chris Grisham, batting eighth at left field. Number 1, Ty Williams, and batting ninth at catcher, it is number 17, Slade Curtius, and playing first base, number 54, Ethan Moore. Now the defensive starting lineup for the Poplar Bluff Mules. Over in left field, number 4, Logan Massey. Over in center field, number 27, Kobe Greenwald. In right field, number 23, that is Chase Taylor. Around the horn at third base, number 3, Axton Eisenbeis. At shortstop, number 1, Brady Robertson. Over at second base, number 11, Noah Spain. At first base, number 40, Kason King. And behind the plate, it is number 5, Jacob Ballard. And on the mound for the Poplar Bluff Mules, it is number 12, Cannon Carr. He is on the bump for the Mules, coming in, making his 6th start of the season. He is 1-1 so far this year. He has pitched 21 and 2/3 innings, giving up 23 hits, 22 runs, 13 earned. He has walked 15, struck out 32, and he's also hit 1 batter so far this season. That is the starting lineups here for the Mules and the Eagles. For Tim Hicks, I'm Frankie Castillo. We are about to get underway for the opening pitch. It is presented by the Bank of Missouri. It is 4:42, 66 degrees in Poplar Bluff, and we are officially underway in Poplar Bluff. And there's the first call of the day. It is a called strike right down the middle for the leadoff man, Jace Robinson. Our home plate umpire today is Pat Sarda. In the field, it is Dennis Pogue. This one is fouled away, so make that no balls and 2 strikes. Jenny Robinson, appreciate the love you are sending to the community. It has been a very difficult couple of days here in Poplar Bluff. And, of course, we've got a celebration of life for this young man on Thursday. And I know the community is going to show up in droves, as, of course, he is well known in this community. This one fouled away again, no balls and 2 strikes here to the leadoff man, Jace Robinson. He is a senior on the Eagles team. They are coming in 5-8 overall. They are wearing their green jersey tops with the go trim, the go numbering. There's a swing and a miss, and 1 down here in the top part of inning number 1. Eagles wearing their green jersey tops, gold numbers, and the gray pants. Poplar Bluff is wearing their maroon jerseys with the white pants and the white numbering for the Poplar Bluff Mules. Mules coming in at 6-11 so far this season. You look at the competition that they have faced so far this year, it has been relentless so far for the Mules. And, of course, Poplar Bluff here comes in 6-11, needing a win today to stay pace in the SEMO Conference. There's a strike called on the outside part of the plate, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The Mules win this ball game. I have a hard time believing that we're going to be anything other than the top 3 seeds in the SEMO Conference. There's a ground ball. This one is going to go foul. Good job by Jacob Ballard and Cannon Carr to let that ball roll foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bruce Beggs from Cape Girardeau sending his love and prayers to Poplar Bluff. Glad to have Bruce alongside this afternoon. We are live on the radio on 93.3 FM at 9:30 a.m. KWOC, and we're on Facebook and on YouTube. There's a swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts. 2 up and 2 down here in the top part of inning number 1, and that's going to bring up now Clay Cope, the junior. He is the second baseman for the Eagles, coming in trying to get something going with nobody on and 2 down here in the inning. By the way, for the Eagles of New Madrid, they're being coached by Joseph McClarty. He is on third base. On first base, it is Tyler Fullhart. He is an assistant coach, also assisted by Jonathan Haddon, the Eagles coaching staff out of New Madrid. And the first pitch is taken for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Coming up in the home half of the Mules, it'll be Robertson leading things off, swing and a miss, 86 miles an hour, and the count is even now, 1 ball and 1 strike. So we talked to head coach Steve Edwards before the game, had him on during pregame. He tells us that Cannon Carr's pitch count is going to be 55 coming up today, no matter what. He said that 55 is going to be like a 95. That's going to be his pitch count coming up here today. Also, Jake Valenzuela is also going to come in as well. And strike 3 called, so 3 up and 3 down, 3 strikeouts to begin the top part of inning number 1. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. It'll be Robertson, Greenwald, and Ballard when we come back. No score, the Mules are coming to bat. You're listening to Mules Baseball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Got Ram Truck Month going on. Fresh inventory arriving daily. We still need your quality pre-owned vehicles, whether you want to trade or you just want to sell. We want to look at it. The Ram Truck Month is going on now.
All right, taking a look now at the Mules starting lineup here offensively. Leading things off will be the shortstop, Brady Robertson, batting second at center field. It is Kobe Greenwald batting third at catcher. Jacob Ballard batting cleanup today. The pitcher is Cannon Carr. And batting fifth, playing DH again, is Ty Rommel. Batting sixth at first base, it is Kaysen King. Batting seventh at left field, it is Logan Massey. Batting eighth at right field, at number 23, Chase Taylor. And batting ninth at third base, it is Axton Eisenbeis. And playing second base, it is Noah Spain. Now looking over defensively for the Eagles, out in left field today, it is Ty Williams. Over in center field, Ken King. Over in right field, it is Chris Grisham. Now looking around the horn at third base is Carson Pfeiffer, Pfeiffer. And, of course, looking over at shortstop, it is Matt Riley. At second base, Clay Cope. At first base, Ethan Moore. Behind the plate, it is Slade Curtius. And on the mound, it is Jace Robinson for the Eagles, coming in with making his sixth start of the season. He's got a record of 3 wins and 2 losses this year so far. He has pitched 37 2/3 innings, giving up 29 hits, 22 runs, 18 earned. He has walked 16, struck out 18. He's also hit 3 batters. His earned run average is 4.111. So here we go to the leadoff batter. It is Robertson. Hits it sharply at Riley at short. Throws over to first base in time for the out. 1 pitch and 1 down here in the bottom part of inning number 1. So Kobe Greenwald now is going to come up to the plate for Poplar Bluff. 1 down in the inning and nobody on for the sophomore. Kobe Greenwald coming in batting .364 on the season. No homers and 5 RBIs so far for Poplar Bluff. 1 down here in the bottom part of inning number 1. There's a ground ball. This one hit sharply over to second base. Cope fields it cleanly, gets him by a step, and 2 pitches and 2 down here in the inning. So just like that, the first 2 batters grounds out to short and then second base. This could be a very quick inning for New Madrid. This one goes 4-3 on the out, and now there are 2 down here in the inning. So Jacob Ballard coming up. He's got 3 home runs, 21 RBIs. He is batting .367 here on the season. Strike is called on the outside part of the plate. Jenny, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Did you add a new angle today? People love it. I haven't seen it yet. Gotcha. So I'll have to check out this new camera angle. Strike 2 is called on the inside part of the plate. Jenny Robinson says Cannon must know he was on a pitch count. Yes, he does. He was told before we got started that he had a very limited pitch count. Just misses up high for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Jace Robinson making his 6th start of the season, coming in with an earned run average of 4.111. Looks pretty good right now on the mound. They're going to say got him on the outside part of the plate. So 3 up and 3 down. It took 6 pitches. We're going to go to the top half of inning number 2. No score from Poplar Bluff. It is McCandless, King, and Pfeiffer coming up as we continue with Mules baseball. No score from Poplar Bluff on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500. First Choice Insurance. Let their family protect your family. They provide insurance for home, auto, life, health, farm, and recreational vehicles. Call today for a free quote. 573-686-2870. First Choice Insurance. Our family protecting your family.
Mules baseball proudly presented by our friends at First Midwest Bank. Also being brought to you by Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. Also being brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, the Ozark Federal Credit Union. Also being brought to you by Air Solutions, Las Margaritas, Mayas, and Taco Taco. First Choice Insurance. Also being brought to you by Christian Automotive and Tire, Eye Care Specialist, Larry Hillis Dodge. And being brought to you by Briggs & Stratton, the Scott Law Group, LLC, and the Bank of Missouri is all proud supporters of Mules baseball this season. So 6 pitches by Jace Robinson, and Cannon Carr's going to come back out on the mound for the second inning. Cannon threw 12 pitches back in the first inning. Jace Robinson, he threw only 6 pitches in the bottom part of the inning, and now the Eagles are back to work as the Mules once again on defense. So now we'll see what happens. Is Rebecca Osborne tuning in all the way from Puxico. Loves to watch Mules baseball live from Puxico. Glad to have her alongside. Make sure and share this feed for us on Facebook. We want to make sure that we reach as many people as possible, especially with today being senior day for Poplar Bluff. Aiden McCandless now coming up to the plate for the Eagles out of New Madrid. Cannon Carr fires and takes strike one. It touches just enough of the plate for a strike from Cannon Carr. So no balls and a strike here to begin this at bat. And there's a swing and a miss. So Cannon Carr quickly back to work now. No balls and 2 strikes. Cannon Carr trying to shut him down early here in the inning. This one is ripped down the line. It's going to go foul. Boy, good job by McCandless, able to take that one for a ride. Thankfully, if you're a Mules fan, it goes just foul. So no more baseball after today until Friday. We will have a game on Friday. Not sure exactly where we're going to play yet. More than likely, it's going to be in Poplar Bluff. Swing and a miss. 4 straight strikeouts here by Cannon Carr to begin this game. Nice pitch by Cannon Carr. It took just 4 pitches on the at bat and 4 straight strikeouts. 3 of them swinging, 1 looking. Here is Ken King, the center fielder, coming in for the Eagles, and he takes a ball outside. 1 ball and no strikes. King, and then Peffer is going to be coming up here, the third baseman for the Eagles. Here is the 1-0 pitch on the way by Cannon Carr. Able to hold up for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes now. Coming up for the Mules in their home half, it'll be batters 4, 5, and 6. No score from Poplar Bluff. 2 balls and no strikes. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Cannon Carr. Way to come back. 84 miles an hour, and for King, he couldn't keep up. Much different look here than what we had on Saturday over in Blue Springs South. This one's taken for a ride, way out of play for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The winds on Saturday were gusting at times over 50 miles an hour on Saturday. I'm just very thankful that we were inside the dugout with Coach Edwards and the baseball team. Otherwise, it could have been a long afternoon. And coming in, not going to be able to make the play is Chase Taylor. It'll be a 1-out double, and New Madrid is going to get their first hit of the ball game. Taylor tries to make a play on it. It just grazes his glove. And I think for the Eagles, I think that King thought that ball was going to be caught because he kind of slowed up at first base. So a 1-out double here to begin the second inning. 1 on and 1 down And now Carson Peffer coming up to the plate. He is the third baseman, only a junior for the Eagles. And they got a runner on second base with one away. There's a swing and a miss, blew it right past him. So it ends 4 consecutive strikeouts as Cannon Carr gives up his first hit of the ball game. Eagles have a runner in scoring position. No one touches my green drink, Kent. You know better than that. Tim, he'll be all right. He'll get some water. Swing and a miss. It's no balls and 2 strikes here. Try to get Kent Keith on the air with us. He always lets us sit up in the press box, so we appreciate him more than he'll ever know. Here is the 0-2 pitch on the way. And got him looking, so another strikeout here. That is the 5th of the ball game by Cannon Carr. This one looking, and there's 2 down here in the top part of inning number 2. So Chris Grisham now coming up to the plate. He is the right fielder. Remember, no Mules baseball on Wednesday or Thursday. However, Friday we are expected to play in the SEMO Conference. This one is a ground foul ball down the third base line. Coach McClarty just looks up and lets it go past him. No balls in a strike here as Cannon Carr so far in this inning has thrown 13 pitches. He is halfway or almost halfway to that pitch count of 55. This one fouled away to the screen. It's no balls and 2 strikes now. Cannon Carr 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. So Coach McClarty is standing on first base, and Tyler Fullhart, he is the first base coach for the New Madrid County Central Eagles. Here is the pitch on the way, and got him looking. Back-to-back innings where he has struck out 3 batters. Cannon Carr's going to come up to the plate. The Eagles, they strand a runner. No score live from Poplar Bluff. We're going to the bottom half of inning number 2. It'll be Cannon Carr, also Ty Rommel, and then Kaysen King when we come back. You're listening to Mules Baseball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Some things have changed since 1952. We changed our name, expanded our territory, and added branches in the communities we serve. But the most important thing remains the same. We treat our members like family. Experience the credit union difference. Ozark Federal Credit Union. Membership eligibility required. Insured by NCUA.
Christian Automotive and Tire. Quality name brand tires that you know and trust. They also have ASE certified mechanics that have the training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Business 67 South in Poplar Bluff.
Coming up on 5 o'clock now, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Mules Baseball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. It is 15 seconds now until 5 o'clock. I'm Frankie Castillo alongside Tim Hicks on the camera, and you're tuning in live to Mules Baseball on today's talk, 93.3 FM, 9:30 a.m., KWOC, and we are streaming online at KWOC.com. We're also live on Facebook and on our YouTube channel by going to youtube.com/River Radio PB. Cannon Carr stepping up to the plate now, batting .340 on the season. No homers. He's got 17 ribbies here this year. He takes ball 1 in the dirt all the way to the backstop. It is 1 ball and no strikes now to the Mules pitcher. He is a senior on this team. The Mules have 7 of them, and all 7 are in the starting lineup here to begin the ball game. Coach Steve Edwards on third base. Coach Tyler Mathis, he is on first base. And, of course, our pitching coach, it is, of course, Casey Beese, who is in the dugout. Looks like Jacob Valenzuela starting to get loose down in that bullpen. And there's a strike called on the outside part of the plate. 2 balls and a strike now to the Mules pitcher, Cannon Carr. On deck here coming up It is going to be Kason King for the Mules. Or make that Ty Rommel, rather. And there is 3 balls and a strike now. So Cannon Carr being very patient here at the plate. Very content on getting on any way necessary. Here is the 3-1 pitch on the way. Strike 2 called outside a part of the plate, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cannon Carr on the season. He's got 6 walks drawn. He'll try to make it number 7. He'll want to get on no matter what. Pretty much no wind in Poplar Bluff. This one goes all the way to the backstop, and the Mules will draw the leadoff walk. So Cannon Carr trots down to first base. First walk of the ball game by either team, and the Mules have their first base runner as well. Ty Rommel coming up now to the plate. His dad Steve is in attendance, and he told me he was hoping that he didn't shed a tear on senior night, but something tells me he probably did. He's a good guy. Ty Rommel batting .357 on the season, 11 RBIs. Also, 4 big doubles on the year. How about number 5? He's showing bunt. Cannon Carr back over safe, not in time. Ty Rommel showing bunt. As strong as he is, I've got a feeling he is not going to show it. He's not going to bunt. Mules want to get a win by any means necessary. Good job on that zoom in there, Tim, on that head first slide. Seen that perfectly. Ty Rommel is showing bunt. Here's the pitch by Robinson. Cannon Carr takes off. He's got a stolen base. He was way late on the throw. Courteous unable to get the ball out of the glove. And Cannon Carr now gets a stolen base. For Cannon Carr this season, that is stolen base number 2 on the year. So the Mules have a runner in scoring position, nobody out. Good steal by Cannon Carr. He is standing on second base, 1 ball, no strikes. Ty Rommel now, he's going to swing away. Rips this one down the third base line. It goes foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's a little bit different being up here in the press box as opposed to the Mules dugout. It was a lot of fun broadcasting from the dugout. Got a chance to talk to all the guys. A lot of fun down there. They were very gracious and showed their hospitality very, very well. We appreciate them a lot. Ty Rommel was a big part of that. Anything I needed, Ty would do his part and get me the information that I would need. Here is the pitch on the way. This one, a half check swing. Foul to the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the Mules DH. Ty Rommel, he's got a lot of power if he gets a hold of one. I know there's no wind, but he'll send one deep to left field if he gets a hold of one. Ty Rommel so far this season, runners in scoring position, batting .278. Let's get an RBI here, Mr. Rommel. What do you say? Here is the 1-2 pitch on the way by Robinson. Step off, and they were going to throw to second base, but nobody there. Riley wasn't there to cover. So Robinson does what he does what he could there to hold on to the ball. Ty Rommel, you can hear Coach Edwards firing up his team. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Ty Rommel. Here is the 1-2 pitch. This is popped up, this one along the infield. It's going to be chased down, get down for a hit. Just foul. Woo! It didn't go foul by much, maybe a couple of feet. Thought that was going to drop in for at least a base hit, maybe a double. Ty Rommel, I told you he can go. He can hit the ball anywhere in this field. He can put it in play. That's what he does best. Ty Rommel, 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Mom and Dad are tuning in. They're right below us. They're great people as well. Love having them alongside. So Cannon Carr leads away from second base. Nobody out here in the bottom part of inning number 2. There's the ground ball. This one to third base. Peffer makes the throw. It's out at first base, but Ty Rommel does his job, and he will advance the runner to third base. 1 down here in the inning. Good job by Peffer on the out. So Cannon Carr makes his way to third base. It goes 5-3 on the out. 1 down here in the bottom part of inning number 2. Kason King is now coming up to the plate. Just got informed by Scott that Scott's his dad, not Steve. My apologies. There's a rip by Kason King. Get down, baby. There's a base hit. 1 run's going to come in. And Kason King will make his way to first base. And, boy, he needed that for sure.
Now batting number 4, Logan Massey.
So a base hit by Kaysen King, and the Mules have their first run of the ball game. So Kaysen King, and boy, he needed that for sure. Kaysen King now gets an RBI here in the ball game. That's number 8 of the season. Logan Massey coming up to the plate now. So Mules lead at 1-0. The leadoff walk pays dividends for Poplar Bluff. 1-0 now as Jace Robinson comes to work. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Massey. And this one's a called strike on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Massey, another senior on this team. Here is the next pitch. This one taken out of play for a long foul ball. It'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes now. This one may have hit a car, Tim. I think it was yours. Could have been yours. I think somebody told me it was yours. I heard a doink in the crowd mic, so you better call John Rice and Bruce Beggs too and get some of that insurance. Here is the 1-2 pitch on the way by Jace Robinson. Up high for a ball. Count is even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just a great afternoon for high school baseball. The wind really not a factor at all. And north wind around 5 miles an hour. You look at the flag out in left field. It's barely blowing. Just a nice spring afternoon. And there's a ground ball. This one could be a double play. 1, and they're not going to have a play at first base. So the fielder's choice is going to go 4-6 on the out. King is going to be retired, and there's 2 down here in the inning.
Chase Taylor.
So Chase Taylor coming up to the plate now for the Mules. It goes 4-6 on the fielder's choice, and Chase Taylor on the season making his 4th plate appearance of this year. Robinson now looks the runner back at first. Here's the pitch. Strike 1 called for Chase Taylor. Taylor, one of our 7 seniors, getting a start here today. And we'll see what he can do as Axton Eisenbeis awaits on deck. So Robinson now, Mules lead a 1-0 here. This one up high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Robinson so far has thrown 25 pitches altogether, 19 in this inning. Glad to see Ron Withrow tuning in this afternoon. Appreciate the prayers, my friend. This one is to the backstop, and Logan Massey is going to wind up on second base here following the wild pitch. So now the Mules have a runner in scoring position on second base with 2 down, 2 balls, and a strike. Playing first base is Ethan Moore. The outfield coming in a little bit. Williams out in left field. King in center. Grisham in right. Each taking a step in the outfield. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes now. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. We are in the bottom half of inning number 2. 21 pitches thrown in the inning by Jace Robinson. Still, the Mules have a runner on second base. This one is in the dirt for ball 3. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, be on time. Anything close.
You can hear Cannon Carr in the dugout telling him anything close, we got to go for it here. Here is the 3-2 pitch on the way to Chase Taylor for the Mules. Outside, and Chase Taylor draws the 2-out walk. And now Eisenbeis comes up to the plate. So 2 walks in the inning. Cannon Carr and now Chase Taylor. So Eisenbeis coming in batting .091 on the season. Hopefully here he would like to be able to get a big hit. Runners on first and second base. So now Eisenbeis comes set. Here's the pitch. This one is down low, and the runners are going to advance. They throw to third base, is not in time. Great base running by Massey and by Chase Taylor. Another wild pitch here in the inning, and now the runners move up a base. And now runners on second and third base. So now the Mules really have something going with 2 down here in the inning. This one is taken for a ball. It's 2 balls and no strikes. So Eisenbeis is ahead now here in the count. And don't let him fool you. This young man can do some damage when given the opportunity. He's got some opportunities right now. Here is the 2-0 pitch. Inside for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes. And Brady Robertson awaits on deck. Wouldn't mind seeing Eisenbeis either A, draw a walk, or maybe get a base hit here. Base hit scores 2 runs. Chase Taylor leads away from second. He's pretty speedy as well. Outside, and 4 straight pitches, and now the bases are loaded. All this, by the way, is coming with 2 down in the inning. So back-to-back walks here in the bottom half of inning number 2. So Logan Massey away from third base. Chase Taylor on second. Axton Eisenbeis is on first. So now Brady Robertson grounded out to shortstop his first time. He is batting 167 with runners in scoring position. 2 RBIs this year. There's a strike called. This one caught enough of the plate. I wouldn't mind seeing a base clearing double right now from Brady. Maybe even a triple. What do you say, Brady? Let's get some runs here, my friend. Here on Senior Day, Robertson bats left-handed. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Robertson going to take his time. He's very methodical at the plate. Doesn't strike out very often. He works the count very, very hard. 11 walks so far this year. There's a ground ball. This one right to shortstop, and they're going to throw to second base for the out. So the Mules are going to strand 3 runners on the fielder's choice, and it's going to go 6-4 on the fielder's choice rather. It took 30 pitches to get out of the inning. Mules strand 3 runners, and they come up with a big run. We go top half of inning number 3. Mules lead 1-0 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
Eye Care Specialists is committed to the protection and the preservation of the precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it.
And we are back here live here in Poplar, Bluff, and joining us right now, he is the Mules Athletic Director, Kent Keith, and love having him on. Can you believe, Coach, that already it is senior day for the Mules baseball program?
You know, it seemed like a couple of days ago it was freezing cold out here and spitting rain and all that. Now we got a beautiful day with a lot of stuff going on campus.
Absolutely. I think I saw a big track meet going on, too.
Did have 16 teams here for our invitational, which is a good practice run for us. We're going to host districts again this year for the second year in a row, and so it's a good practice run for our coaches to get ready for that.
Okay,
and then we got senior day for tennis going on also with West Plains.
I'm glad you brought that up here. There's a swing and a miss, and Cannon Carr ahead here in the count by Ty Williams. 1 ball, 2 strikes. What I want to know is we're going to be able to host districts here for what sport again?
Track and field.
Track and field. when is baseball going to be able to host districts? I know it's a sore subject, I know.
When Misha gets off these daggum 18 districts and makes it more even for us down in the South. We're loaded up against teams in the St. Louis area, and it is very, very frustrating. You know, we've got to go up to Vianney again for 2 years in a row, which I already protested to Misha, which does no good.
This does no good. At 7 strikeout here. What about Cannon Carr? 7 strikeouts here on senior day, only giving up a double so far, but 7 strikeouts.
Looks really, really, really good today. Right on it. Right on it.
Right on it indeed. Coming up now, it is Slade Curtius. He is the 9-hitter in the lineup, and there's a strike called. So the Mules, if we get a win here today, Coach, I think Coach Edwards said we could be maybe as high as a 3 seed. If we do get in the top 4, then that just means on Friday we should have a home game, right?
Absolutely. And, you know, our only concern with that, politics come into play with seeding, which is very, very frustrating. And then the other thing we've got to look at, you know, I know we're supposed to get some rain Friday.
Right.
Our outfield is not draining real well. If we get the chance to host, we're going to do everything in our power to host on Friday. And then the rest of the tournament Saturday and Monday would be at Kappaha Park.
There's another swing and a miss, another strikeout. That is 8 strikeouts through 2 2/3 innings out of the 9 or 10 batters he has faced. That's incredible.
He looks really nice today.
He really does, and he's got a very low pitch count so far, 35 pitches. He's got about 20 more to go. We need him for the SEMO Conference weekend coming up for sure.
Absolutely.
So Jace Robinson coming in. He is 0 for 1, takes strike 1. So tell me about spring sports in general. I mean, I know for you it's still going on. When does everything kind of wind down for you a little bit? Or does it?
I think after school is out, because we've got some state championships, you know, that run on into June and so forth. And, you know, one thing we haven't talked about very much is golf, because we haven't had anything at home. We've got our invitational on Friday, and I would encourage anybody that's available to come out and support our guys. Golf is having a really good year. Alex Wiseman's tearing people up. I think he's been the medalist like in 3 of our 5 conference wins or tournament wins. Really solid. And then Woodrow Ennis, as Coach Pyland calls him, is also doing really well for us. So golf's really having a good spring. You don't hear a lot about it.
Another strikeout here by Cannon Carr through 3 full innings. That is 9 strikeouts here by this young man, and 3 up and 3 down yet again, only giving up 1 hit so far. We're going to keep it here this time, Tim. I got Coach Kent Keith with me, and one thing I wanted to ask you about here as we get ready for the bottom half of inning number 3, Greenwell will come up, and then Bowler and then Carr. One thing I want to ask you about is looking ahead to the next fall. I know you've already been getting schedules lined out. Where do we stand coming up on football season? Do we have a 9-game schedule?
We have a 9-game schedule. Unfortunately, you know, we started the new 2-year cycle on game contracts. So this first year I am not buying any games. I'm not paying anybody to come in, you know, and give up a home game. So we've only got 4 home games this year. But it'll rotate around next year, so we'll have 5 home games the next year. But changed up the schedule a little bit, you know. Aren't playing Agape. We played them 2 or 3 years in a row. Aren't playing them this year, and we are going to signed a new 2-year contract with Kennett, so we'll get those guys back again, and have added Park Hill Central. I think that's where we open up the season.
Yep.
Have not played them, I don't think, since I've been here. And, you know, it's a smaller class than us, but they have been really solid in football, have a nice stadium. Same people that did ours did theirs, and so kind of looking forward to doing that. But to start the season, kind of like last year, we are going to go back over to Dexter for the Jamboree. It kind of gave us a chance to play. You know, Dexter won't play us anymore, at least not right now. So it kind of gave us a chance to play them and a couple other schools we normally don't see.
Well, that's good to know that our Jamboree again will be in Dexter. And then what about some of the other sports going to be coming on in the fall? Do we have, you've got full rosters and not rosters, but schedules for those sports yet, or still working on that?
Pretty set. The thing we were working on today, still struggling, and this is on in the winter, cannot find a lot of people that want to come here and play us in boys basketball. Very, very frustrating. You know, we're going to go play in a couple of classics here and there to get some games and stuff, but trying to bring some home games to our fans. One of the things it looks like we are going to do this year, it looks like we are going to go over to Paducah and play a girls-boys doubleheader over there. Wow. And then that's going to be a 2-year contract with that. So then the next year we will get a boys-girls doubleheader here in Poplar Bluff, which is a great way to start the season. We've tried to do that every year, and most of the time it doesn't cooperate, but I think we've done it 2 or 3 years since I've been here. And it's really neat chance because most of the time we don't play early in the season to like the showdown for our boys.
So why? I mean, I think I know the answer anyway, but for those that are tuning in on the radio, watching us on social media, why is it so difficult to find folks that maybe want to come down here to play us? Is it the travel issue?
It is. It's nothing, it isn't like they're scared of us competition-wise. It's the whole thing. All the St. Louis ADs, I think they've all got the same script written out, and I can travel 20 minutes in my own backyard rather than drive 2.5 hours down to Poplar Bluff. And, I'm trying to do the best I can with that and refuse to play games that people aren't going to come back down here and do the next year a 2-year contract where they come to Bluff. And so once in a while we'll take a chance with somebody that we feel like we need to play, but we're trying to stick strong and fast to those 2-year contracts and get some of those people coming down to Bluff.
Absolutely. Kobe Greenwald draws a leadoff walk here, top part of inning number 3, and now Ballard comes up to the plate, struck out looking back in the first. Nobody out, runner on first base. Showdown coming up this next year. Are you still looking for teams, or is it set?
We've got the contracts out. Still a couple of schools we're waiting on to get contracts back. One of the cool things this year, Little Rock Christian, who has never been here, is going to come. Wow. And they've got 2 guys ranked in the top 151, I think, is a 100 number player in the country, and there's 150. Wow. The head coach there used to coach for the coach at Fayetteville, and so that kind of helped us secure them. We've talked to CBC, but CBC has a ton of opportunities, so we're kind of waiting to see what they do because I'd like to get them back. Talk to Father Tolton Catholic, who is another strong program.
Got him at the plate, I believe. Yes, they did. So what happened was it was an overthrow by second base. Greenwald's going to be awarded the stolen base, and then as he tried to come around to score from second base, they threw him out in center field. So what a throw by King, and there's one away here in the inning. Sorry about that, Coach.
That's all right.
So one down here in the inning, and that kind of changes momentum a little bit here as Greenwald is thrown out, and now the count is even at 1-1 to Jacob Ballard. And, of course, the showdown, man, it's such a great, unique tournament, one of the best tournaments not only in Southeast Missouri but in the entire state. I've always said, I guess the closest thing to our showdown, as Ballard gets a hold of one behind us for a foul ball, might be the maybe the tournament in Cape, but the problem is you've got the big schools that always beat up on the small schools in the first couple of rounds.
Yeah, and
we don't have that.
I don't understand that. And, I kind of compare ourselves to the Bass Pro in Springfield, and obviously we don't have the money they have to bring in Christ the King from New York City and all these people like that. But I think, as far as I know, especially in this area, we're one of the few that brings in a bunch of out-of-state schools. And I really like to do that for our fans and try and identify schools that have really good players. And we could go back to when we brought Moss Point, Mississippi in here, and then even further back to that, we've had some guys that have gone on, that have played in the showdown, that gone on and played in the NBA, also in the NFL. Coach Caputo always does our history for us at the tournament banquet, and it's really ironic that a lot of those guys ended up in the NFL.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you were able to talk about that. And, there's a check swing by Jacob Ballard. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. You going to be going to graduation coming up on May 26th?
I don't think I have a choice.
I've been asked to announce all the names again.
Yeah, you were bragging on that to me, so I hope you're polishing up on all the pronunciations.
No, I'll tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to get there that morning to go through the rehearsal, and then I'll think I've got it all figured out, and then I'll have about 60 seniors who say you got my name wrong. That's what happened last year anyway. But it was a lot of fun. It's always an honor to be contacted, to be asked. And, Mike Owen, he knows how to guilt somebody real good. He called me last year, then again this year, and said, hey, what is the voice of the Mules doing on a particular night? That's how he guilts me into doing it.
Your ego really exploded when he said that, right?
It got the best of me, absolutely. Foul ball this one down the first base line, but I'm just impressed with how this Mules team, on a more serious note, Coach, we have had adversity all season long, and none more than what we went through Saturday and going through right now. Somehow these men out here are able to kind of put it behind them a little bit and play the game. And what I like about this team, Coach, there's a swing and a miss. 2 down here in the inning. What I like about this team is it seems like no matter what the adversity is, this group of men, they come together at the right times, and they really lean on each other.
They do, and I think that's a credit not only to our coaching staff but our seniors. We've got some really vocal kids that, as you heard in senior day, have lettered 4 years or have at least played in the program 4 years and so forth, and they're kind of trying to raise up these younger guys in the right way, and they know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. And I know when the news hit about the tragedy on Saturday, they were on the bus, and I know I was back and forth with Coach Edwards on that. I know that was extremely hard to travel all the way back and have to deal with that just locked up on a bus. But our guys, have bounced back and have practiced and tried to get ready for this game and all that. And to their credit, right now on the field, they're focused on baseball.
They really are. And by the way, Jenny Robinson, she says she's excited to hear that I'll be doing graduation, Coach. So there you go. Somebody cares.
You're one fan, right?
One fan. There's a strike called inside part of the play. But all joking aside, for those that are watching us on Facebook and YouTube, listening on the radio, we don't know how lucky we've got it. At least I'm that way, because I know when I travel to other schools, I don't get it nearly as good as what I get it right here in Bluff. And I appreciate not only yourself, but the administration at Poplar Bluff R1 Schools, always taking good care of us and letting us have the best spot in the house to broadcast these amazing ball games.
We appreciate that very much. We try and, when visitors come here with the radio stations, try and treat them well, not as well as we treat you, obviously, but once in a while, some of those guys are hard-headed and so forth, and ADs don't forget that stuff.
No.
If you're going to be nice to me and I'm going to try and help you, then that's what it's going to be. But if you're a jerk to me and don't let me know that you're coming and then show up and expect me to bow down to you, you got another thing coming.
Absolutely.
And you've always been good and told us what's going on, and we try to get you rosters and everything that we get and let you know the umpires and the officials and all that. But you do things the right way, and that's why we've got a good relationship with you.
I appreciate that. And by the way, before you go, Jenny Robinson says, and I quote, Frankie fan for life. So how does that make you feel, Coach? Somebody cares.
Give that woman a Snickers.
Cannon Carr drew a 2-out walk, by the way. He's on first base, and Aiden Dawes took over. Aiden Dawes is going to have a stolen base. One thing about this game is the Mules being very aggressive on the base pads. You got to be impressed, Coach, with the way the Mules are running these bases right now.
I know Coach Edwards would like to shorten this game and run rule, but obviously that happened to New Madrid yesterday, but they're fighting hard today. If we have that opportunity, fantastic. But right now we're in a battle with these guys.
We really are. It's only 1-0, and Ty Rommel steps up. It's ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. We'll reset here in the top part of the inning. Greenwald walked and got thrown out at home plate, and Ballard struck out. And then Cannon Carr drew a 2-out walk, and Aiden Dawes came in as a courtesy runner, and now he is on second base with 2 down. It's a 2-0 count to Ty Rommel. And his dad, Scott, by the way, is tuning in. Not Steve.
I thought you were going to get in a fist fight for a minute. I was trying to find a place to hide.
No,
that's a big man.
Let me tell you, Scott's a great guy. Did you know that he volunteered? He even brought it with him, this big tent for me on Saturday, because it was supposed to rain Saturday. But because of the winds, I moved in the dugout. That's the kind of guy that Scott Rommel really is.
Good man. Very good man.
He was going to make sure. Ball 4 to Ty Rommel as he walks over to first base now, still with 2 down. He was going to make sure that one way or the other we had a place to broadcast from.
Absolutely.
So now Kaysen King comes up, an RBI base hit back in the first inning. And boy, how cool would it be to get a big run right here with a runner on second.
Another 2-out rally like we had the last inning would be really nice. At least get a run out of this.
Yes, it would. Roger Faith says 63 degrees and beautiful skies in Crystal City, Missouri. Glad to have you on, Raj. He's a big Mules fan, by the way.
It's awesome, all the way up in Crystal City.
Well, I got news for you. Eric Wallace tunes in. He is all the way from Kenmore, Washington. Loves watching. Met him during Mules football.
Is he an alum?
No, but he's a Mules fan for life now.
Awesome. Awesome.
This one's inside pitch taken, so it's 1-2 balls and no strikes now to Mr. Kason King. And, of course, he is a junior for this Mules team, and the Mules lead 1-0 with runners on first and second base. By the way, is there any big golf tournaments coming up for there's a big rip. Get out, baby, get out. One
2 runs
going to come in.
Come on.
Ty Rommel. And Coach Edwards is going to send.
Come on.
Nope, he's going to put the sign up. It'll be a
smart move.
2-out double by Kason King. Yes, sir. Another big RBI for that young man. He's got a single and a double, and he's got both RBIs in the ball game. Boy, Kason King has really come on this game, and now it is a 2-0 lead right now for Poplar Bluff. Another big RBI for that young man. And now coming up to the plate is Logan Massey, grounded into a fielder's choice his first time. I was going to say, is there any kind of big golf tournaments that you guys are putting on to benefit the sports program? There's a ground ball by Massey. He'll throw to first base and got him by a step over at third base. The Mules are going to strand 2 runners. We'll hold that thought coming up, and we'll go to a quick break and come right back. Mules lead at 2-0 at the end of the third inning. You're listening to Mules Baseball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
Las Margaritas and Mayas, serving up the best authentic Mexican food since 1997. The Esquivel family, always proud to support our Poplar Bluff Mules.
So we're back with Coach Keith here for the Mules athletic director. We're talking about, I was asking him about any kind of golf tournaments coming up to benefit the Mules programs. Anything big coming up, Coach?
Ironically, Dr. Dill has his foundation golf tournament on Friday. Nice. It's at Ozark Ridge, and our high school golf tournament is at Westwood Hills. But, the golf tournament he does benefits the whole school district, so we always try and go out there and support them a little bit. It's a good fundraiser for the district. And then as far as specifically for athletics, the Booster Club golf tournament will be in early August. I don't know the date off the top of my head, but that's one of the biggest fundraisers they have. They're always looking for whole sponsors and prize donations. The thing sells out, so when it comes out that they've got sign-ups, if you're interested, if you've never played it, I encourage you to fill that out and get your team submitted as soon as possible, because it's always full. Great day of golf, and then they always have food and a silent auction and so forth. Really neat day.
You ever swam golf club before?
I have, but golly, it is since I was at Nicholls State, I think is about the last official time I played. We would take a lot of Fridays off. Our head coach liked to play golf, and so he would call a Roman holiday is what he said, and we would go out to the golf course, and it would be a mandatory staff meeting where everybody would play golf on a Friday.
So what you're saying is you've not played in a while, so what you and I should do is team up, because I, to this day, at 38 years old almost, have never, ever played golf.
Oh, my gosh. Going back a few years, Coach Edwards and I played at the Busch Stadium when they had that golf thing there with Top Golf, and that was a really cool experience. And other than that, I have been to Top Golf in Rogers, Arkansas, which is close where my mom is, and messed around there a little bit. But as far as being out on a course and embarrassing myself, it's been a while.
Yeah, I would probably do more than embarrass myself. I'm so glad you're able to come on and share some ideas with us on what's going on with Mules Athletics. And it's hard to believe that we're coming to the end of the school year, and we've got time called. They're going to call, I believe, a balk on Cannon Carr, which is why the home plate umpire called time. So we'll reset a leadoff base hit by Matt Riley, then a wild pitch and let him go to second base, and now a balk. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes here, and now a runner on third base and nobody out in the inning. This one's fouled away behind us. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. By the way, Jerry Moore tuning in from Farmington, Missouri. Jenny Robinson likes that big hit by Kason King last inning. Cannon Carr, by the way, sitting on 44 pitches, 11 left, and his day will come to an end. Hopefully, he is able to get through this inning. Swing and a miss. That's a good start. 1 away in the inning. So 1 down here in the top part of inning number 4, and that's 10 strikeouts here in this game for Cannon Carr. And now Aiden McCandless is coming up. So far, every out that we have gotten for the Mules has all been strikeouts. That's impressive. How often does that happen in a game? There's a swing and a miss.
Cannon is really on it, as we talked about earlier, really on it today.
He's the last couple of games, he threw a gem, I thought, against Jackson, Coach.
Listened to you on the radio that game. I couldn't make it over, but I did listen to you on the radio.
Ground ball here to shortstop. Good backhand by Robertson. A run's going to score, but good job by Robertson to Kason King. And there are 2 down here in the inning, and it's now a 2-1 ball game here by the Mules.
Ken King.
So Ken King is coming up to the plate now with 2 down in the inning. And that last out, by the way, it goes at 6-3. Strike is called with 2 down in the inning. Well, I tell you what, that game against Jackson, I think everybody besides maybe Coach Edwards and you and us were surprised by the outcome of that game. There's a swing and a miss.
Surprised.
Yes, they were absolutely surprised. It's 1 ball and 1 strike now to Ken King at the center fielder as Cannon Carr now. The lead has been cut down to 2-1. There's a foul ball to the screen, 1 ball and 2 strikes. But you know what? That's just a test of how well the Mules can play on any given day. And I think given another opportunity, I like our chances again.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, you've been doing the games all year. We get that error bug going a little bit and so forth, and then get our heads down. And if we could get over that hump, and we could beat anybody. I mean, they proved it beating Jackson. And it's just we have our moments, and sometimes they snowball on us.
They really do. And, you know, going back to that Jackson game, a lot of folks who tune in every game with us, watch us on Facebook and YouTube or listen to the radio, I knew that it was quiet on Thursday because I never heard you in the mic. And usually I'll hear you giving our boys some encouragement.
Yeah, we had home tennis that day, and I had some other things going on in the office, and I could not. I would have had to left to ride the bus about 12:30, and I just could not break away to do it. So apologize to Coach Edwards on Friday because I wish I could have been there for him and for the team.
Has anybody ever told you that you stay way too busy for an AD?
I know it, and I'm starting to feel it. You know, I turned 60 in February, and I feel every bit of it most mornings when I try and get out of bed.
60?
60.
Wow, I would have never guessed that. 60, my goodness. And this guy still goes every single day. A lot of people don't know how hard. I know you won't pat yourself on the back, but I've never seen an AD that devotes himself like you do to all of our sporting programs. It's not just one or the other. You do such a great job for all of our programs, no doubt about it.
And you know, I've told people my first love is football, but I try and treat all the sports the same and try and get to ball games and help our coaches and all that, because, I mean, I was in that position as a young coach and needing help from an AD and needing resources and so forth. So try and put myself back in their places and try and do the best I can for each one of them.
So we will see how much Cannon Carr goes here. He's at pitch number 55 now. And we're going to see if
hopefully he can get this last out.
Well, he's going to keep him in the ball game. He said 55, so he's going to still be in the ball game. Maybe he's going to try to just let him get this out. It is only Tuesday. Runner takes off, and there's an inside ball, and save. I think the left hand may have got in. We're going to have a replay here in the booth. They called that a strike, by the way. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. We're going to look here in the replay booth on the computer here and look, and yep, the left hand. It looks like it was a good call by the official, by the umpire rather. 1 ball and 1 strike. And there is ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now. Well, we've had some great umpires this year, Coach. There was one game that I kind of wanted to wring your neck on, but for the most part, we've been pretty lucky.
Oh, my gosh. We are using an assigner for the first time for baseball. We've been really fortunate locally, and obviously Pat's behind the plate today. It's called State Championships games. Yeah. We've got some quality umpires in this area, but after COVID hit, it has just been harder and harder to get umpires, and so I finally farmed it out to an assigner this year, and we have been fortunate. The first game, we won't go back and talk about that. I don't know where that home plate guy was from, but anyway, we have been fortunate, and they do, obviously, a Class 6 school. They're going to try and send us the best umpires they can. Nice pitch by Cannon
yes,
right there.
Yes, it is, and now the inning will come to an end. So at the bottom part of inning number 4, New Madrid, they get a run on a hit. It took 21 pitches. Chase Taylor, Eisenbeis, and Robertson all coming up here in the bottom part of inning number 4. Mules lead by 1 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job openings.
Got Ram Truck Month going on. Fresh inventory arriving daily. We still need your quality pre-owned vehicles. Whether you want to trade or you just want to sell, we want to look at it. The Ram Truck Month is going on now.
And we are back here live in Poplar Bluff as the Mules lead 2-1. Chase Taylor comes up to the plate 8-9-1, all due up for the Mules. And something tells me that Jacob Valenzuela is going to come in the top part of inning number 5 for the Mules as they lead 2-1 here in the ball game. Real quick, I know how much you like talking about Twin River softball, Coach. Just got a text message.
I like hearing about your daughter, Frankie.
They won 18-0.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yep, she's only got a few more games left. She graduates, by the way, in 5 days, May 1st.
That's awesome. And I'd like to give a shout-out to Twin Rivers because they sent a really nice floral arrangement to our student body today over the tragedy that happened on Saturday, and I thought that was really a nice touch that they did that for us. And if anybody from Twin Rivers is listening besides Frankie, I appreciate it very much.
For the record, I graduated in 03 right here in Bluff.
That's what they tell me. I've talked to some of your former teachers, and they tell me you weren't quite the star pupil. I don't know.
No, I had my days on and off for sure. Here's the first pitch on the way. Taylor takes a swing and a miss. It's no balls and a strike. I got to tell you, though, I've had such a blast this season, Coach, with Mules baseball. I think, honestly, I do baseball, football, basketball. And I tell you what, I love doing every sport. Every sport is so unique, and there's these kids that we have in Poplar Bluff. It's just so cool to be around.
It is. We've got some really, really good kids, and obviously they come from good families, and the parents are supportive across the board of all our sports and all our student athletes, and just go the extra mile for us, and we greatly appreciate that.
They really do, absolutely. 2 balls and a strike here. How good are we going to be in football and basketball coming up this next season?
Hard to tell this early, and football will obviously have some summer workouts and all that. One of the big things for football, and this isn't knocking anybody we've got right now, but Cannon Carr is going to be a hard young man to replace a quarterback.
Yes, he is.
Came in as a young player for us and developed, and had a fantastic senior year. I thought he kind of got hosed at the football banquet. I thought he probably should have gotten player of the year, but anyway, just a fantastic young man, had a great career for us on the football field, and came on the past couple of years and played basketball for us and helped us out that way. And then obviously first love and best sport for him is baseball, and I think he's going to have some opportunities to go on and play at the college level. I know he's got some opportunities. It's just going to be what he chooses to do.
Right, absolutely. I agree 100%. Swing and a miss. Taylor down on strikes, 1 down here in the bottom half of inning number 4. We have just surpassed the 1 hour mark here in this ball game. And now Eisenbeis, who walked his first time, he is now coming up to the plate, batting .091 on the season. You know, I did hear as we get time called by Coach McClarty, and he might be making a pitching change. I believe he is. He takes the ball, and that pitching change is all being brought to you by our good friends at Larry Hillis Dodge. You're listening to Mules Baseball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Got Ram Truck Month going on. Fresh inventory arriving daily. We still need your quality pre-owned vehicles, whether you want to trade or you just want to sell. We want to look at it. The Ram Truck Month is going on now.
So the new pitcher on the mound for the Eagles, it is Brady Swims, and the pitcher originally is going to move over to left field. That is Jace Robinson, the leadoff man. He will now move over and play left field, which means that Ty Williams, as of right now, his day will come to an end. So we will see whether or not that Ty Williams comes in to bat for Brady Swims or not coming up in just a little bit. And final numbers here on the pitching for Robinson. He goes 3 1/3 innings.
Oh, your mic just took a hit.
Boy, you're not kidding. It sure did, didn't it? Took a nice little tumble down there. We'll send Tim down there. He'll fix it for us. Tim is going to go down. He's a rock star. I'll go ahead and appreciate the guy down there who picked it up in the red shirt. So we're going to see Eisenbeis. First time that's ever happened before.
Hello, Mules fans.
All right. Well, thank you, Tim. I hear you loud and clear down there. So Eisenbeis steps in now with nobody on and 1 down here in the inning. Here's the first pitch by Swims. Outside pitch taken. 1 ball and no strikes.
Maybe that's a mark of things to come, and he'll be kind of wild for us when we get some runs here.
Maybe so. We're going to have on our end of the baseball field, we're going to have, I believe, Valenzuela is going to come in. Strike called. He couldn't hold up. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Eisenbeis. So are you going to be able to go home this summer and be with your mom and family? Or
I'm actually going to go to Tulsa a little bit in May for the PGA Championship.
Nice.
Hopefully get a chance to see Tiger Woods. I know Phil Mickelson's already committed for that, so I'm going to go take Mom over there, and she's going to get to spend some time with my sister and her grandkids and great-grandkids and all that. And then I will go back probably sometime around the 4th of July, and then usually go back one more time during Dead Week and see her one last time, because once football starts, I do not make it home till after football's over with.
Good job by Cope there getting the out on second base, and there's 2 down here in the inning, and now we are back to the top of the lineup. Man, I had an absolute blast when the Mules baseball team went over to Tulsa, Oklahoma earlier this month, and I've already started a rumor that next year that we're going to wind up and go to Panama, Florida. I've started that rumor.
Gosh,
I'm not sure if it's true. It's not true, but it sounds good.
Are you paying for the charter flight?
Oh,
because
no way.
That is a long bus
That's
trip.
a long bus ride. Foul ball to the screen. Any big trips already in the works for next season for baseball, or is it way too early for that?
It's really too early for that. I know there'll be a tournament or two where we'll travel. I think he may rethink a couple of the distance trips and maybe look at some other things around the surrounding states and so forth. But he'll do a good job with the schedule. And obviously, we're going to have quality competition going forward. Just hate to lose these seniors this year, but hopefully these young guys step up next year.
Robertson, no balls and 2 strikes here. The leadoff man, he's 0 for 2 in the ball game. 2 ground outs to Riley over there at shortstop. Here's the 0-2 pitch outside for a ball. But I'll tell you right now, I've been talking to Coach Edwards about going to Florida this next year coming up.
Well, I know
I'm not going nowhere, but
I know for a fact if cheerleaders win state again, they're already fundraising. That's why I've sent out so many fundraising things for they're going to nationals if they win state again this next year. And she's got all our girls back. We had no seniors this year, so I think we've got a great chance to do that.
Let's talk about the fundraising for a moment, if you don't mind, from the cheerleading squad.
They're at Pizza Inn tonight, and I don't know if they're one of your advertisers or not, so I apologize if I'm imposing on that. But
you're not. It's Mules.
From 5 to 8 o'clock, and they are supposed to bring us out some pizza.
Good.
So if you stick around between 6 and 6:30, you're supposed to bring me some pizza out here. But between 5 and 8 tonight, they're giving 20% of their sales and also their tips, which is unheard of.
Yeah, really.
To help our cheerleaders out. And then I sent out an email today. They've got a really cool summer T-shirt coming out. That it's only $10, and they're kind of trying to do it as an autograph shirt. The end of school, it's like a summer shirt, and the end of school for kids to go get autographs, the last few days of school and so forth. And I sent an email out about that. There's a link to purchase those, and they will be delivered to our students at whatever school they're at in our district.
Well, there's a third out of the inning as Robertson will strike out here, and no runs, no hits, and nobody left on. We're going to go to the top half of inning number 5. Grisham swims, and Courteous is all coming up for the Eagles out of New Madrid. Coach, thank you so much for joining us, my friend.
Appreciate you letting me ramble on and on, Frankie.
Absolutely. You're welcome anytime. We're going to get you back on before this season comes to an end, my friend.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You betcha. Coming up next, it'll be the top part of inning number 5. Mules lead at 2-1. Looks like Valenzuela is going to be the new pitcher for the Mules when we come back. You're listening to Mules Baseball on the Southeast Sonic Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we are back here, Jenny, and we're on Facebook and YouTube. Real quick, I'll have Kent get on the horn here. He'll answer your question about the cheerleaders and how to contribute to the fundraising efforts for the cheerleaders. Go ahead, Coach.
Absolutely. You can call the high school or the athletic department at 785-5183 and talk to my administrative assistant, Serena Jones. Kimberly Smith is our head cheer coach, and if she's not, teaching the class, we can probably get that call transferred to her. If not, if you'll call Serena Jones in the morning, she'd be glad to take a message and get the information to Coach Smith so we could get you guys hooked together. But greatly appreciate anybody's willingness to help us out with the fundraising because, like I said, the girls are defending state champs. We think we got a great chance to win again next year, and they are already doing the fundraising for Disney, so I know they're focused on trying to get that done.
I'm just glad that somebody asked that question
That's
before
awesome.
you left here. That just means you got to be nicer to me now. That's all it means.
I guess so.
Well, Coach, we're going to send everything your direction, and hopefully these girls will be able to compete very well, go on the Nationals, and we're going to be rooting behind them all the way.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Coach Kent Keith here joining us live. Thank you so much, Jenny, for the question. Jacob Valenzuela is now going to lead us off in the top part of inning number 5. It'll be 7-8-9 all due up here in the inning. First pitch is to the backstop for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. And, of course, here, Jakey Valenzuela. He has pitched so far this year 3 innings, making his 3rd appearance, giving up 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 5. His ERA, by the way, is 4.667. This one has popped up. Kason King, Ballard making a play. Ballard makes a great catch. You betcha. What a call and catch by Jacob Ballard. And there's one away here in the top part of inning number 5. What a catch by Ballard in foul territory. And that's how we begin this top part of inning number 5. So now coming up to the plate now, this one will be Brady Swims. So yes, he will take over for Ty Williams. His first at bat here, and there's a ball called a little bit low. By the way, Cannon Carr here in the ball game, he went 60 pitches overall. He gave up just 2 hits and 1 run. He left 2 on base, struck out 11 batters, and walked just 1. Strike called on the outside part of the plate. Miss Sharon Berkey says, let's go Mules. Glad to have you alongside. So here we go. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Brady Swims. This one hits the back part of the plate and bounces off of Jacob Ballard. It's 2 balls and a strike now. By the way, coming up in the bottom part of the 5th inning, it'll be Greenwall, also Jacob Ballard and Cannon Carr. That's all due up here in this inning. So Cannon Carr moves over to center field. There's a swing and a miss. So Cannon Carr two balls and 2 strikes. There's a ground ball on the 2-2 to Robertson. Robertson over to first base and got him, and there's 2 away in the inning. So 2 away here in the inning. Noah Spain is still standing on third base, or second base rather. So Greenwall, this one is fouled away down the first base line. It is out of play. So Cannon Carr is over at center field. Outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike now. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Inside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike now. There's 2 down here in the inning. The 9-hitter is up now, Slade Curtius. He is 0 for 1 here in the ball game. 2 down in the inning now, and nobody on base. Here is the 2-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. 3 balls and a strike now. So 3 balls and a strike. Cannon Carr over at center field. Everybody else stays the same. Nice pitch, but they're going to call that a ball, and that'll be a 2-out walk. And now we are back to the top of the lineup here with 1 on and 2 down here in the inning. Jace Robinson 0 for 2 in the ball game. Struck out twice so far. 2 down in the inning, and we're going to get a courtesy run coming in now. So we're going to get a courtesy runner coming in. And that courtesy runner, by the way, is going to be Levi Sutton. He is a junior. There's a rip. This one out toward left field. Backing up is going to be Massey. Massey's not going to be able to make the catch, and the runners are going to be held up on second and third base. So a double by Robinson, and now there are 2 down and 2 on. So it's not going to be a double. It's actually going to wind up and be an E7. So second and third base now with 2 down. First pitch is outside for a ball. So 1 ball and no strikes here. Cannon Carr comes set, or make that Valenzuela come set. There's a strike called. It's 1 ball and 1 strike now. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down in the inning. Runners on second and third base. Valenzuela comes set at the dish. There's a rip. This one into center field. Right at Cannon Carr. Inning comes to an end. So the Mules, or I should say the Eagles, they will strand 2 runners. We're going to go to the bottom part of the inning, and it is 2-1 right now in favor of Poplar Bluff. It'll be Valenzuela, Baller, and Carr when we come back. You're listening to Mules Baseball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Go Mules! The Bank of Missouri wishes the Mules a fantastic season. Live well, play well, bank well. At 130 years strong, you can count on us to support you through all the seasons of life.
The Scott Law Group, a family-owned firm providing trusted legal counsel for matters pertaining to real estate, personal injury, criminal, and family law. Call 785-4688 or online, scottlawgroupmode.com.
All right, we are back here live in Poplar Bluff, and the Mules lead it 2-1 after an amazing catch there by Cannon Carr to end the top part of inning number 5. 2 runners stranded here by the Eagles as we get ready for the 5th inning. For the Mules, they lead it 2-1. So we'll see what Jacob Valenzuela is able to do when we get back here to live action. As Brady Swims comes up to the plate, he's on the mound once again for the Eagles out of New Madrid. Appreciate Coach Kent Keith giving Tim and I some pizza here in the booth. You done, Tim? You good to go now? I may sit you down top if that mic gets hit again. You may go save the day once again for us. So Brady Swims is going to come up, and we'll see what he can do here in his 2nd inning of relief. And for the Mules part, we'll see if the Mules is able to maybe get some insurance runs. We do owe you a legal ID. We'll take it right now. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. It is at 6:03 and a ball taken on the outside part of the plate to Jacob Valenzuela. Coming in the ballgame batting .222 on the season, 2 RBIs so far. He's got 8 hits altogether, 1 extra base hit. We'll see what he can do with this at bat. There's a rip. Get down, baby. Get down. It'll be at least a base hit for Jacob Valenzuela. He's around first, and he'll hold up there. Good rip by Jakey V to get on base.
Jacob Ballard.
And we're going to get Aiden Dawes to come in here. He will come in as a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Boy, that was a good rip by Jacob Valenzuela on a 1-0 count. Like to see that, no doubt. So quickly now, one on and nobody out. There goes Aiden Dawes, and he's got a stolen base. 1 ball, no strike here to Jacob Maller. And the Mules have something going here in the 5th. All right, Mules fans, let's hear about it on social media. Let us know what you think about this right now. Strike called. You can tell by the look on Balor's face, was not happy with that call. And I can see the backside of him a little bit, but I just saw enough of the facial expression to know what he was thinking on that pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike, nobody out. There's a fly ball. This one's going to be called off by Riley at short. Gets underneath it and makes the out. 1 out here in the bottom part of inning number 5. It goes F6 on the out. So 1 down here in the inning. So New Madrid leaves a couple of men on base last inning. There's a strike called. So 1 ball, or make that 1, no balls and a strike to Cannon Carr, the Mules center fielder now. And there's a ball taken downstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike now. So Carr now digs in, trying to figure out a way to advance him over. And there's a strike called. So just like that, it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a ground ball. This one may squeak in for a hit. Good job by the shortstop, and he's unable to make a play. Good job by Cannon Carr. It'll be an infield base hit, rather. And now the Mules have runners on the corners with 1 down here in the inning. So 2 on and 1 down here in the inning. Runners on the corners, first and third base. Runner takes off, and Cannon Carr's going to have a stolen base. Mules are being very aggressive here on the base paths. Good job by Cannon Carr. And it's no balls and a strike. Cannon Carr's now going to make his way to second base. And there are runners on second and third base with just 1 away. So 2 hits in the inning by Jake Valenzuela. And then by Cannon Carr, and Ty Rommel up to the plate now. Takes ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. He's got a couple of runners in scoring position. Ty Rommel batting 278 with runners in scoring position. Here is the 1-1 pitch on the way by Brady Swims in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. So New Madrid, they've got 1 run on 2 hits and an error. The Mules have 2 runs on 4 hits and an error so far. Kaysen King awaits on deck. King right now, he has been the Eagles killer in the ball game. 2 hits and 2 RBIs. This one taken right back to second base. The Mules get a run on an RBI by Ty Rommel. It is now 3-1. That's a big run by the Mules. Good job by Cope to get the run. Runner moves over to third base. So now Kaysen King comes up to the plate now. It goes 4-3 on the out
2 down here in the inning. It is now 3-1. Kaysen King has a base hit, has a double. 2 RBIs here in the ball game and takes ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes to Kaysen King. He's already got 2 hits in the ball game. Would love to get number 3 right now. Swims comes set in there for a call strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. So Kaysen King trying to pick up another run from third base. Logan Massey is on deck. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming up following this contest, we'll talk live to head coach Steve Edwards of the Mules. And strike 2 is called. It's on the outside part of the plate. I also know coming up after this broadcast, we're going to be talking with Chase Taylor and Logan Massey, 2 Mules seniors here coming up. So Kaysen King digs in, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Inside for a ball. Count is even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Brady Swims has thrown 17 pitches this inning. He threw 10 back in the 4th. So Valenzuela now has a 2-run lead instead of a run lead. Mules pick up a run right here with still a runner in scoring position. Up high for a ball. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Logan Massey awaits on deck. So now Kaysen King gets a long pause there, gets some instructions from head coach Steve Edwards, and now digs in the batter's box. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch by Swims. Swing and a miss. He fooled him on the pitch. Mules strand a runner. We go to the top half of inning number 6. It'll be Cope, McCandless, and King when we come back. Mules lead at 3-1 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500. First Choice Insurance. Let their family protect your family. They provide insurance for home, auto, life, health, farm, and recreational vehicles. Call today for a free quote. 573-686-2870. First Choice Insurance. Our family protecting your family.
All right, so here we go. Top part of inning number 6 right now. Pretty close ball game. It's 3-1, and the Mules right now got to find a way to maintain this lead. Our broadcast is presented by the Bank of Missouri, the Scott Law Group, LLC. Also being brought to you by Briggs & Stratton. Also being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge, Eye Care Specialist. And, of course, Christian Automotive and Tire. Our good friends from Las Margaritas, Mayas, and Taco Taco. First Choice Insurance, Air Solutions, the Ozark Federal Credit Union. Also being brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. And being brought to you by Kevin's Auto Repair and First Midwest Bank. All proud supporters of Mules baseball here this season. And Clay Cope is now, or Cope rather, is coming up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Struck out twice. Struck out back in the 1st and then again in the 4th. He is up right now with nobody on. Here's the first pitch by Jacob Valenzuela. This one pop up. Eisenbeis is giving chase to it, and it's going to come down just outside foul territory. Good job by Eisenbeis giving chase to it. Just could not get there, and the ball actually went over the fence anyway. Jacob Valenzuela in his 2nd inning here in relief. Mules lead at 3-1. It is 3:30 down the lines and 400 at straightaway center. Good pitch by Valenzuela. Nice changeup, and there's a swing and a miss, and quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Here for New Madrid, batters 3, 4, and 5 all due up. Cope, McCandless, and King due up in this inning. Here is the 0-2 pitch by Valenzuela. Outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coming up in the bottom part of the inning here for the Mules, it'll be 7, 8, 9. Logan Massey, Chase Taylor, Axton Eisenbeiss. I hear a helicopter somewhere, Tim, but I can't see it. Must be overhead. There's a swing and a miss. 1 down in the inning. Good pitch by Jacob Valenzuela.
Now batting number 20, Aiden McCandless.
So McCandless now coming up to the plate. So 1 down here in the inning. This one is over to third base and a long throw. Great job by Eisenbeiss and a nice tag by Kason King. 2 down here in the inning. Good play defensively by Poplar Bluff. So quickly 2 down here in the inning.
Now batting number 4, Ken King.
Chase, your way.
So 2 down here in the inning. Coming up to the plate now. This one goes back to the screen.
Making a play, Matt. Making a play, Matt.
2 down here in the inning, and 1 ball and no strikes now to Ken King. There's a strike called. Good pitch by Jacob Valenzuela. So Carson Peffer is on deck, and then it's going to be Chris Grisham and Ty Will make that Brady Swims all due up in the next inning if King cannot get on. There's a rip, and this one going to get into the outfield for a base hit. Good try by Brady Robertson. He did a phenomenal job of trying to make a spectacular catch. 2 outs and a runner on first base now. So now Peffer coming up to the plate, struck out twice. Both he struck out looking. So no, or I should say, runner on first base with 2 down in the inning. Valenzuela gets a long look at the runner. Here's the first pitch. This one up high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes here. Already in the top part of inning number 6. Mules lead it 3-1. Mules got a run back in the second inning. Also picked up 1 in the third and then again in the 5th. New Madrid takes 1 and a balk is going to be called on Valenzuela. So King now will take off and go to second base. Second balk of the ball game. 1 by Cannon Carr, 1 by Jacob Valenzuela. I don't think the Mules offense has ever been the courtesy of a balk. I think it's always been against us so far this year. Strike called. Good comeback catch by Valenzuela. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. New Madrid got a run back in at the 4th inning. They had runners on second and third base last inning with 1 out and could not cash in. Mules trying to pick up a win here against New Madrid and possibly lock in a home game on Friday. This one handed by Jacob Ballard, able to backhand that one and keep it in front of him. Good backup by Noah Spain there at second base. He has really came into his own. Him and Dylan Hall have really got some good playing time this year. Dylan Hall's becoming quite the center fielder. We're going to lose Cannon Carr this year. So to have Dylan Hall as a freshman coming in already and getting some really good playing time in center field is a great thing for Poplar Bluff and Coach Steve Edwards. 3 balls and a strike here to the 6th hitter in the lineup. Strike 2 called. Nice pitch. Now it's a full count. Boy, the Mules could really use an out right here and have 7, 8, 9 due up in the 7th. Mules still lead at 3-1. They want to keep it that way. Valenzuela, 13 pitches in the inning. Here's a 3-2 pitch. There's a ground ball, foul ball. This one down the third base line. And I believe today is the final day of the JV as well. Today is our last game. Is that correct, Coach? Yep, today is the final day of the JV team as well. They'll play New Madrid coming up after this one. 3 balls and 2 strikes here in the 6th. And it'll be a 2-out walk. Runners on first and second base. And that's going to bring out Coach Steve Edwards. And he'll make a mound visit brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge and Poplar Bluff. And that's going to bring up Chris Grisham. He's going to come up to the plate. And he is also 0 for 2. So we'll see what Coach Edwards does. And it appears that they're going to leave the ball in Valenzuela's hands. With that being said, our broadcast being brought to you by First Midwest Bank, also being brought to you by Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, also being brought to you by the Ozark Federal Credit Union Air Solutions, First Choice Insurance, Las Margaritas, Mayas, and Taco, Christian Automotive and Tire, also being brought to you by Eye Care Specialist, Larry Hillis Dodge, Briggs & Stratton, also the Scott Law Group, LLC, and the Bank of Missouri. Chris Grisham is now coming up to the plate now, 0 for 2 in the contest. Struck out and popped out in foul territory. Takes ball 1 a little bit inside. 1 ball and no strikes. So following today's game, our next broadcast coming up, it looks like on Friday, and we're going to take on somebody in a SEMO conference, as long as the weather cooperates. Ball 2 outside. 2 balls and no strikes. There's that helicopter overhead. So Thursday and Friday of this week, it is our St. Jude Radiothon back at the stations. We're going to raise money for the kids of St. Jude. That means no regular programming on those 2 days. And a balk is called on Valenzuela. So a balk, and the runners move over to second and third base now. 2-0 count. And now it is a 3-0 count. Still 2 down here in the inning. So much like last inning, the Eagles had runners on second and third base, and they've got them here as well, second and third base. Here is the 3-0 count pitch. In there for a called strike. Tim and I will be with you on Friday for Mules Baseball. We'll take off from the Radiothon and still bring you Mules Baseball on the radio, as well as Facebook and on YouTube. Swing and a miss. Way to come back, Jakey V. Full count now. Eagles trying to pick up the tying run on second base. 3 balls and 2 strikes. You can hear Coach Mathis telling the infield to look alive. There's a rip. This one's going to get down for a hit. We are tied at 3. It'll be a 2-out double to left field. And that's probably going to be all for Jacob Valenzuela. 3-3 is the score. And with that being said, we've got a call to the bullpen. And it looks like Dylan Bratcher is going to come in to possibly close the game. And Kobe Greenwald now is going to come back in the ball game. And we'll see where he gets put. In the meantime, Chase Taylor is going to stay in the outfield for now. Kobe Greenwald back in the ball game. And here comes, actually, Kaysen King is going to be the new man on the mound. So coming up, we'll tell you more about him. It is a call to the bullpen being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Got Ram Truck Month going on. Fresh inventory arriving daily. We still need your quality pre-owned vehicles, whether you want to trade or you just want to sell. We want to look at it. The Ram Truck Month is going on now.
All right, we are back here, and it appears that Greenwall is going to come back in for Jacob Valenzuela. And make that. Kaysen King is going to move over from first base and now be the new pitcher for Poplar Bluff. We'll get you the numbers coming up on Kaysen King here in just a few moments. So Greenwall is going to come in, and he's going to play first base now. That is the only change that we are making right now defensively for the Mules. There's a swing and a foul by Brady Swims, who has a tie ball game, 3-3 with a runner on second base. Looking at Kaysen King here in the ball game for the Mules. King now here this season. He is making his second appearance for Poplar Bluff. He made his first appearance out in Oklahoma, and he's making number 2 right now. The other infielders are the same. Greenwall is going to wind up on first base for now. Chase Taylor is out in right field. Noah Spain still at second base. Cannon Carr in center field. Brady Robertson at short. Axton Eisenbeis is at third base. There's a rip. This one hit right to the shortstop. Robertson throws and gets him out on first base, but the damage is done. We go to the bottom part of inning number 6. 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors. A runner on second base. It is 7-8-9, all due in for the Mules. We are tied up at 3 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology, as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
Eye Care Specialists is committed to the protection and the preservation of the precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it.
And we are back. Before we go any farther, let's pause 10 seconds now for station identification on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. And we are back here live in Poplar Bluff. It is 6:28. I'm Frankie Castillo. You're tuning in live to Mules Baseball here on Today's Talk. 93.3 FM at 9:30 a.m. KWOC, and we are on Facebook as well as on our YouTube channel as well. So, had to send a message to our evening guy, Sean Mannon. Sheriff Mark Dobbs reaching out to me. They had an incident on the south end of Poplar Bluff, so we'll let Sean take care of that on social media and get that information on the radio part as well. So, 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 stranded in the top part of the inning. Logan Massey now. Chase Taylor and Axton Eisenbeis all due up here for the Mules. 7-8-9 here in the 6th. Boy, the Mules can desperately use a run about now. A little bit low for ball 1. So Logan Massey is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Grounded into a fielder's choice his first time. Also grounded to third base his last time up. Here is the 1-0 pitch on the way. Outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. If you're Coach Steve Edwards, all you want at this point is just to get a base runner. That's all you want to get. Give your offense a chance. Logan Massey doing his part right now by working the count. Here is the 2-0 pitch on the way by Brady Swims. Down low for a ball. 3 balls and a strike. So I pose the question, if you're Logan Massey, do you take this pitch or do you swing away? I think I would take the pitch. A lot of activity right now in the New Madrid bullpen. We'll see what Coach Edwards has Massey do on 3-0. Here's the pitch on the way. Up high for a ball. He took it on 4 straight. Mules have the go-ahead run on first base. We may get a pinch hitter coming up now for Chase Taylor. Or is it going to be a pinch runner? It's going to be a pinch runner coming in. David Durbin. I like this guy when he runs. I like it when David Durbin comes in. This guy is so quick. Every ball game, he's got to run from the third base dugout to center field and back just to get jacked up. And we've got a pinch hitter coming in now. Dylan Hall's going to come in to pinch hit. David Durbin is standing on first base. He's taking off right away. They're going to test him. And he's in there with a stolen base. Yes, sir. David Durbin doing his job. Another stolen base.
Good throw, Slade. 0-1.
So it's 0-1. Coach Bill Ray is in the press box. Like to see him. Big advocate of FCA. And now David Durbin is standing on second base with a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is standing on second base. Dylan Hall coming in, no balls and a strike. Durbin, good lead away from second base. He shows bunt, and it's going to get over the fence. No balls and 2 strikes. He'll get one more crack at it. David Durbin standing on second base now, no balls and 2 strikes. Love to see the Mules here able to get him across. King came in the last inning, pitched a couple of good outs, and got out of the jam. Durbin now leads away from second. Just misses for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Here is the Bill. Got him in the back, and now the Mules have runners on first and second base. Dylan Hall doing his job. It's a hit by pitch. So now Axton coming up to the plate now. And that's going to bring Coach McCarty out. Coach McCarty's going to come out, and it looks like we're going to have another pitching change. If we do, we'll go to a quick timeout. He hasn't taken the ball yet from Swims. Swims still has it in his left hand. So it looks like that they may go ahead and maybe keep him. Nope, I can't see what they're doing there. So let's go to break real fast anyway. We'll come right back. And this call to the pen brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. So they stick with Swims, and he'll be the man right now. Eisenbeis is going to be called on a strike. He does show bunt, trying to get the runners over from first and second to second and third. Mules have runners on first and second base. Nobody out here in the inning. Logan Massey, a 4-pitch walk, and then Dylan Hall with a pinch hit. Or I should say he pinched hit, rather, and got hit in the back. Oh, what a bunt by Eisenbeis. They've only got 1 play to first base. Good job by Eisenbeis doing his job on the sacrifice bunt. And now we are to the top of the lineup. So Robinson, he is due for a hit today. He is 0 for 3, and you can tell he wants a hit right now. So one down in the inning, and Robertson coming up. And we'll see how Robertson plays it. Runners on second and third base. One away here in the inning. Mules and the Eagles tied up at 3. There's a ground ball. This one hit sharply on second base. It's going to wind up and be in air, and the Mules have come away with the lead. He tried to backhand that. It's going to wind up and be an E4, and a runner comes in and scores. So it's going to be an E4, and Robertson drives in the go-ahead run. Well, I know Grandma Jackie tuning in right now on W Highway here in Poplar Bluff, loving that. So Robertson on first base, Dylan Hall on third. Robertson's going to take off, and they're not even going to try. He's going to have a stolen base. Runners again on second and third base. Even with a bad will, he is still dangerous. Robertson winds up on second base. Way to go, my friend. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on second and third base. Kobe Greenwald coming up now. He is 0 for 1 in the ball game. He is grounded out and walked. Would love to get a big hit right here. Looking at some of his numbers with runners in scoring position, batting .333 so far this year. Greenwald, 5 RBIs on the season, but he does have 16 base hits. Would love to make it number 17 right now. Robertson on second. Dylan Hall on third. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Ooh. Called it a strike on the outside part of the plate. Looked to be a little bit outside from where I'm sitting. 2 balls and a strike. Greenwald now. Perfect opportunity to give the Mules maybe a 2-run lead, maybe a 3-run lead. Mules up by a run now. This one fouled away to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Coming up in the 7th inning, 9-1-2 is all due up for the Eagles. Mules now have a 1-run lead. So now if Kason King is back on the mound, he is not going for a save. He's going for the win. Mules lead at 4-3 as Swims now comes set, and here's the pitch. This one fouled away again. We'll redo it. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Come on, finish the ball.
Four to 3 is the score right now. There's a ground ball. This one hit sharply over at short. They're going to go home. Safe! Great run by Dylan Hall. And now Coach McCarty's going to come out. Greenwald comes into second base. Oh, he is hot. He is absolutely hot right now. You can see the coach. He is not happy. It is now 5-3. A fielder's choice is going to bring in a run. And Greenwald winds up, and he's going to go all the way to second base. Well, they may make him go back. I think they're going to have Greenwald go back to first base, possibly. We'll see what the field umpire says about it. As of right now, it's second and third base. Nope, they're going to let him stay on second. So second and third base now. What a turn of events. It is now 5-3. Greenwald again comes through in the clutch, and now Jacob Ballard comes up. Mules lead by a couple of runs. Ballard is due right now as well. He's 0 for 3, struck out twice and popped out to short. About a 3-run homer here, Tim. What do you think? He's got some power. He can do it. He was going for the fence on that one. It's a foul tip. No balls and 2 strikes. This one in the dirt. This one's going to get behind the catcher, and another run comes in on the wild pitch. So Robertson is going to score. Now the Mules have a 3-run lead. What a turn of events right now. Mules lead it 6-3. One or 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss. And there's 2 down here in the inning. So Greenwald strikes out. And now Cannon Carr comes up to the plate.
Go get up!
So Cannon Carr comes up to the plate now. And there's a ball taken. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs in the inning. Runner on third base right now. Cannon Carr digs in. And strike called. Good pitch. Good pitch by Brady Swims. So it's 1 ball and a 1 strike now to Cannon Carr. Cannon Carr on the night. 2 walks. He's also scored 3 runs here in the game. He's also got a base hit. He is 1 for 1 here in the game. He fouled this one away. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So once again, Cannon Carr digs in, and this one just misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. There's a ground ball. This one down the third base line and foul. Two balls and 2 strikes, 2 down in the inning. Cannon Carr now trying to give the Mules another run. They lead by 3. Kason King now is in line for the win. There's a ground ball. This one again at third base line and foul. So Poplar Bluff here scoring 3 runs in this inning. So now Greenwald leads away from third base. Swing and a miss. And they're going to throw down to first base, and that's going to be the inning, but not before 3 more runs come across on no hits, 1 left on. A big error cost them a run. It'll be 9-1-2 when we come back. Mules lead at 6-3 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
Las Margaritas and Mayas, serving up the best authentic Mexican food since 1997. The Esquivel family, always proud to support our Poplar Bluff Mules.
And we are back here as we get ready now for the top part of inning number 7. And the Mules right now have a chance here to win this ball game. And you can bet for sure that with Kason King on the mound, that's what they're going for. King is going to come back in here, and he's going to try to close the door. He went 1/3 of an inning. So we'll see here what he can do. And coming up to the plate now is Slade Curtius. He's 0 for 1. And he takes ball 1 a little high. 1 ball and no strikes here. He has walked and struck out in the ball game. Mules, or I should say New Madrid, rather, 3 runs on 4 hits, a couple of errors. Ball 2 inside. Mules have 6 runs on 4 hits and an error. Mules got a run back in the 2nd and the 3rd inning. New Madrid got a run in the 4th to make it 2-1. And then the Mules made it 3-1 in the 5th. Ball 3 is out. They're saying inside. It looked pretty good from here. So the Mules made it 3-1 back in the 5th. And then in the top of the 6th, New Madrid tied it up at 3 apiece. And then the Mules scored 3 runs in the bottom part of this inning, or the 6th inning rather, to make it 6-3. It is now a 3-1 count right now to Slade Curtius, who is 0 for 2 in the ball game. There's a swing and a miss. Good pitch, Big Country. Kason King now quickly 3 balls and 2 strikes. Comes set at the belt, and here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He's down on strikes. What a pitch. Big strikeout by Big Country there. 1 away in the inning. So now Jace Robinson coming up. He started the game as the pitcher. He is in the line for no decision, as is Cannon Carr. He is 0 for 3 in the ball game. Struck out twice and reached on an error back in the 3rd. There's a ground ball, 3rd base line. It's going to go fair. Good stop or good try by Eisenbeis, and it'll be a 1-out double. So a 1-out double by Robinson. He lost his helmet coming around first base. Matt Riley coming up now. He is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Got a base hit and scored a run back in the 4th. Struck out in the 1st and lined out to center field back in the 5th. So Mules trying to take care of business here. There's a fly ball out to center field. Cannon Carr on his horse and makes the catch. He will tag up and go to 3rd base. So 2 down here in the inning. Good job here by Cannon Carr, able to get that in pretty quick. So runner on 3rd base now with 2 down here in the inning. So Clay Cope now is the final, possibly the final at bat here for the Eagles out of New Madrid. And we'll see how they handle things. Still down by 3 runs. Kason King is trying to complete this ball game and give the Mules a big win. There's a ground ball down the 3rd base line. It's going to go foul. So 2 down here in the inning. 2 outs. Mules trying to get their 7th win of the season. If they get a win here, it'll be a big win in the CMO Conference. There's a ground ball. This one down the 3rd base line. It is fair. 1 run comes in. It'll be a 2-out base hit. Now it is 6-4 in favor of the Mules. Good rip by Clay Cope. So now it is 6-4 on an RBI. So Andy McCandless now coming in. No balls and a strike. So no balls and a strike here. And strike 2 is called. So now he's down to his final pitch. Kason King trying to come away with a win here. It's no balls and 2 strikes. King now comes set at the belt. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one is outside for a ball. Good job by Jacob Baller. Threw that with a rocket with intensity down at first base. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes here. So Kason King comes set. Here's the pitch. Outside it goes to the backstop. Cannon Carr's got him nailed. Oh, they're going to say he's safe. Woo. It was a little bit of a low throw. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. So Kason King now looks up at the runner, and here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Mules get the win. Kason King winds up and completes this ball game for the Mules. It goes 2 hours and 8 minutes here in the game. That's how long it took, and the Mules come away with a big SEMO Conference win. We'll be back post-game coming up. Mules get the win here this afternoon as they go on to win it by a final score of 6-4. We'll come back and we'll have your post-game report. You're listening to Mules Baseball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job openings.
And we are back here live with our post-game report, being joined by the head coach, Steve Edwards. And, Coach, first off, congratulations, my friend, on a big win here in the SEMO Conference. Go back to that 6th inning. They tied the ball game, but your offense, they never give up, and they would come back with 3 big runs in that 6th inning.
Yeah, it was big for us. It was a good game. And like I said, emotions were high today. A lot of different things going on in these guys' mind and stuff. The seniors got to play their, last home game maybe here, and if it isn't, we'll get back after it on the SEMO Conference tournament. But, yeah, the guys playing at the plate was good. Defense, I thought we did well. Pitching, I thought pitching was good. Carr did amazing, I thought. It's a special win, especially on Senior Day, and hats off to Joe over there. He has a great program. And them guys are fighters. They're gritty. I mean, there's a reason why they're always in the district title in their class and what they do, and they do things right. And so I'm proud of our guys coming out with the win.
Let's talk about, first off, one of your seniors in Cannon Carr, 11 strikeouts here today, Coach. I thought he was on point.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And the pitch count was what we were trying to do. We were trying to, work that pitch count to do what we need to do to get ready for the SEMO Conference tournament. We thought if we left him in there, he could do a lot more damage, but that's not what we were trying to do. This weekend, we were kind of hurt because we had to throw Brady, and we didn't really want to throw Brady this weekend. And we were going to use this as a bullpen for both of them and get going. But, things happen. And, Belknap got sick. And, I want the health of the boys to be first and foremost. So,
Absolutely.
I understand. So that's what we did. Belknap had to get better and stuff. And he had a good bullpen yesterday. So we'll see what happens.
Talk about Big Country out there, Case and King. That's what you guys call him, right? Big Country?
No, we call him Big Cat.
Big Cat. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
Big Cat.
I was close. I thought he came in, Coach, and pitched 1 1/3 innings. Did a great job for you. Talk about his performance on the mound, closing the game out for you guys.
No, he did well. He demanded his fastball pretty well, and his curveball looked good as well. The thing also that we have been trying to do, us coaches and stuff, is try to get him some time on the mound, and also Jake V. We need him time on the mound because we get in the SEMO Conference tournament. It's going to be a long run, and then we still have Seckman and we have Northwest, and we have to go after those guys. And then when we get in the district tournament, it's not the Carr and Brady show. We have to have all of our guys going, and if we need our middle relief guys to go, we need them there and ready.
In that 6th inning, before we scored the 4 runs, Logan Massey, who was right beside you as well, came up on 4 pitches, got a big leadoff walk. How big was that for the team?
It was huge. He had a plan at the plate. He knew he wasn't going to chase a pitch, and he was disciplined at the plate, and things went well, and we got him on, and it was a full team effort. We put Durbin in to run and stole a base, move around, this and that, and it was great. And I'm so proud of these seniors and what they've done. And like these 2 seniors that about to talk to you, they've worked so hard to be where they are in this program, and I'm happy about that. They're part of the culture that here at Poplar Bluff, and it means a lot.
So we got the win, and it's a big conference win. So in your crystal ball, where do you see us falling tomorrow afternoon when the seeding comes out? Any idea?
No, not really. I like to think realistically we should be the 3, I think.
Okay.
But, the way the voting goes and stuff, because everyone hasn't played, we might be to 5 or 6. You never know because, Notre Dame, they're 3-1, and they beat, a gritty New Madrid team, and then they beat Dexter and they beat Cape, but they haven't played us. They got beat by Jackson, and they haven't played Sykeston. So they haven't played the guys that we've beat and stuff. So I'm not having a lot of stock in Notre Dame on their record and stuff. So I'm not trying to be negative towards them, but I'm fighting for our guys. I think we should be the 3 and possibly the 2. I don't know what happened with Jackson and Kenneth today.
One thing about this ball game that you can go back and look at it was you guys were so aggressive on the base paths, stolen bases. The cool thing is we were thrown out 0 times here today.
Yeah, and I messed up once. I own it as a coach too. The center fielder bobbled the ball, and we're going to be aggressive, and I sent Colby Greenwell early, and we didn't get him in. It was a bang-bang play. I'd do it again, but, it's the situation that we need them runs, and I was trying to create runs. So as a team, we got to be aggressive. We get after it. It makes it a lot of fun too. We stole a lot of bases.
Yes, you guys did. You guys stole 7 to be exact here today, and that was really critical for you guys. And if you don't mind, can we talk to a couple of players before Friday?
I love you too. These guys are amazing.
All right, let's bring over one of them right now. As a matter of fact, here, let's see which one. We'll talk to both of them here. Get over here, Chase. We'll put you on the air as well. I got 2 mics here. So first off, let's start with Logan Massey here. And first off, Logan, talk about here today. What was it like playing with the emotion on senior night? Your mom and dad walked you out there. Talk about what it was like on senior day, playing New Madrid, and eventually coming away with a big win.
I just think it gives you a different type of drive. It's like something that you want to win. It's just a big emotion. Like everyone's out there, they're ready to play. Like you're putting your whole body on the field. You're just ready to get the win. It's your night. This is your time to shine kind of thing.
And, Chase, I'll ask you the same exact question. Talk about what it was like for you to be out there on senior night here. And you heard Coach talk about how hard you work in practice. You earned this moment and eventually would come away with the win 6-4. Talk about your first reaction here on senior night.
It was just very special for me since I don't get as much playing time as the other guys, But I think I do work hard, and I think everyone works hard, and we got a good win.
So we're here this afternoon as we take on New Madrid, and I'll ask both you guys the same question. First with you, Logan. Talk about whether or not you think that we're going to be in the top 2 or 3 seeds coming up. What's it going to mean to you personally if we're able to host a conference game here coming up on Friday?
I don't know whether or not we'll make it in there, but I think we definitely deserve it, whether or not we do or not. I think we deserve to be in the top And if we do get to host, I think that'll just be a great experience for us, especially for my senior year. It'll be nice to be able to host conference.
And, same to you, Chase, as well. Is there a team coming up in the CMO conference that this team kind of has circled and maybe wants a rematch against coming up in the conference tournament?
I mean, I think we just got to be ready for anyone. So that's all.
I like the answer. And, of course, here today, obviously a lot of distractions here. Talk about, for you, Logan, talk about at the end of this ball game when you got the leadoff walk here in the sixth, eventually coming across to score the go-ahead run. And that was big for our team. But then talk about Kaysen King, who was able to come in and kind of shut things down against New Madrid.
I mean, I just think when I got up to bat that time, I was thinking, we have to get on base. We just need base runners to score. That's all we need. We can definitely beat these guys. We just need to get people on base so we can score.
And then, of course, for you, Chase, talk about the fact that, for the team, I could clearly hear in the dugout with the crowd mic, it didn't matter when we were tied up at 3-3. How critical is it for, not just for yourself, but the entire team? I was in there on Saturday broadcasting inside the dugout, so I saw firsthand that this team really bands together no matter if we're down by 10 runs, up by 2 runs. What's it like for you personally to know that this team, whether we're up or down, they've got each other's backs?
I just think that the guys, we just stay up, like you said, and it's just really good because it just keeps everyone in a good mood, keeps everyone positive so we can go out there and do our thing.
Well, guys, I'm so glad you guys were able to come in here and chat with me for a few minutes. Congratulations on a huge win, 6-4. Get some rest before Friday, and hopefully we're going to be playing right here in Poplar Bluff for maybe one more home game.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gotcha. Coming up here, thank you so much to Logan Massey, also Chase Taylor joining us live here, our 2 seniors that we highlight here this afternoon, this evening. And, of course, we appreciate them for stopping by here and hanging out with us here live on the program. As the Mules getting a big win here today, they go on to win by a final score of 6-4. And now that makes them 7-11 on the season. Coming up, it is the JV side of things. Coming up in just a moment. It is the final contest of the JV team. And, of course, we're all looking forward to seeing what happens coming up on Friday as we get ready for the conference seedings on Wednesday. Once we get the bracket, we'll make sure and post it. Once again, a big shout-out to the Mules Athletic Director, Kent Keith. He joined us during this game. This guy worked so hard for the program. And, of course, thank you again to Coach Steve Edwards as well for joining us here live on the postgame. We're going to go ahead and say so long from Poplar Bluff one more time. Our broadcast has been brought to you by First Midwest Bank, Kevin's Auto Repair. Also being brought to you by PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. And being brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, the Ozark Federal Credit Union. Also being brought to you by Air Solutions, First Choice Insurance, Las Margaritas, Mayas, and Taco Taco, Christian Automotive and Tire. Also being brought to you by Eye Care Specialists, Larry Hillis Dodge, our good friends at Briggs & Stratton, the Scott Loft Group LLC, and the Bank of Missouri, as the Mules get the win 6-4, now going 7-11 so far this season. Our next broadcast coming up hopefully on Friday. Hopefully we'll be right here at Bobby Strenfel Field in Poplar Bluff. For Tim Hicks, I'm Frankie Castile. Mules get the win 6-4, and we'll see you back here hopefully on Friday for more Poplar Bluff Mules baseball. You've been listening to Mules Baseball. It is on the Southeast Sign and